Okay. Okay. That fucking save file displayed a save point for me, so I thought I didn't save this. Do we at least have more of these? Oh, thank fuck! We have at least 4! We have 51 slots and we only have 4 fucking whatever the fucks. So I can't even game. Unless if I remove some of them? No. That just doesn't. Okay. Okay, I know that says effective. No, okay. I don't know how I said during blade lock. That's like the one thing I don't want happening. So just to get that in would definitely help, at least. And seems always normal. Already look at the handbook, see what the fuck we need to do. You know me. Alright, we did everything. Let's begin. Yeah. Let's try not to fucking suck. That's my objective. Basically just kind of back to the way I was doing it in Danganronpa 2, where only at...
Now then, let's begin with a basic explanation.
I'll pause you on that. I'm basically going back to the way I kind of did it in Danganronpa 2. I'm going to try and not be so hard on myself for using guides, but I'm only going to use them if I like absolutely need to, a la the last class trial. That's really the only way I'm going to be doing them, I guess. Anyways.
Ah, screw it. This is tiresome.
Good thing I explained just now, huh?
You need more motivation!
I do. I really do. Now then, let's start this class trial.
Okay.
Before we start, I just want to ask something since there's not a lot of us left.
Which is?
What happens if the votes result in 2 first places?
What do you mean by that? How many? Actually, I bet you that's a good question. How many of us are there left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so that can be a legitimate possibility.
Huh? You mean like the tie? It means they're both the blackened. As long as one of them is correct. It's fine.
Okay. That doesn't really explain if they take them both or just take the one.
Daddy, are you sure you should make a decision like that so casually?
Yeah, it's fine. Whatever.
Thanks. Since that's answered, I can start enjoying this life or death game now.
So you're just the same as you've always been. So I don't even need to start cursing you out again, like, balls.
What game? How long are you gonna keep saying that?
Just ignore Kokichi. The rest of us need to work together to find the truth.
I'll check back in on this in like after I've done recording, see how well this ages.
Got it? We can't die here!
You think we're trying to do?
Oh my! Himiko has become so determined! It's true! People really do change!
But now she's lost what made her so unique.
That's none of your business!
We should focus on the class trial. First, we need to clarify...
Kaito's the culprit.
I can already tell where he's making his assumption from. This. Yeah. He was locked out by a fucking phone. Not the phone thing, the mobile phone. You know, the one you used in 2009, that one. That's what
What?
he's...
Say that to my face!
You invite him to
While
do
we
his
were
that,
all
you know.
still logged in, Kaito logged out alone, right? You were able to move freely. Doesn't that mean you could have committed the murder?
At least he specified the code of, you know.
Don't screw around! There's no way I'm the culprit!
Kaito right. Kaito couldn't have killed Mew.
How long are you gonna keep saying that? Trusted people can still kill, you know.
I mean, can't fucking, anyone, I can't really move around this like I wanted to, just so I can, you know, like everyone in here. So that's a shame.
We already saw that a bunch of times. so many times. Since Kaede.
You wanna know when I was the first fucking trial? You know? It's not even that long ago.
Kaito logged out first by himself. Mew was still logged in though. That's when you poisoned her, right, Kaito?
Kaito culprit? Impossible!
Of course it's impossible, because I didn't do it! I mean, we found that bottle of poison on Kokichi's seat, didn't we?
The culprit was trying to pin the blame on me. That diversion was part of your plan, right, Kaito?
Well, Kaito, any last words?
What do you mean, last words?
Killed in the real world or the virtual world? So it's... so I guess the Monokuma
Kaito
file
logged
was
out first by
kind of
himself.
classified here.
Mew was still logged in though.
Let me just quickly check. Right. Okay, so that's good. We gotta get at least some of these out the way. But not too much now. Because, we do actually end up starting with 7 then. So, don't need to get carried away. Just...
Kaito logged out
also gotta be
first
mindful
by
of the
himself.
time. That's also
Mew was
very
still logged in,
important.
though.
You know what? If I'm already struggling at this point, you know what? I'm going back. Let's get the trusted guide of the spoiler-free class trial. Let's get that out. Okay, so what did you? So that literally just was what I thought.
Kaito logged out first by
And
himself.
he's just the most
Mew was
confusing.
still logged in though. That's when you poisoned her, right, Kaito?
Wait. That's is that what this is? Yeah. Okay.
That's wrong!
Basically, if I have to look up the answer for it, I'm not gonna try
Mew wasn't killed by poison, and the warning on the label proves it.
to hit the V point if I do use the guide. I'm just gonna do it normally. If I hit the V, I'm more than likely I forgot about it, or I actually fucking know the answer, so I just did it by that.
Drinking the poison would result in subconjunctival hemorrhaging. In other words, your eyes would be bloodshot.
And this is what happens when you do it a week later than you usually do. You forget the important bits.
Oh, but Mew's body.
I actually...
That's right. Her eyes weren't bloodshot. She wasn't killed by that poison.
I fucking noticed that first thing, like, fucking after the fucking poison was revealed. It's like, come the fuck on. Just...
Then what was that poison for?
diversion, I guess.
Probably a diversion.
Fuck off!
To think Mew died by poison.
Fuck off! We can't be mimicking each other after like fucking 10 minutes. Fuck off!
Then, what was her real cause of death?
Something internal. We can at least classify it as that. What was Mew's cause of death? There's so many more things here that I don't really know which one to choose. So let's just find out with the guide, I guess, again. Okay, that's fair enough. To be fair, I probably wouldn't have guessed the killing simulator itself. Even though that is where she was killed in. I was also thinking of objects.
Mew's cause of death was the killing game simulator itself. In the virtual world, if your avatar takes fatal damage, your real body dies of shock. That was made clear in the program's text file.
Miu received fatal damage in the virtual world and died from that shock.
In that case, it's fair to say that the cause of death was actually the simulator.
Gonta has question.
Or is it?
Where is this virtual world place? What floor is it on?
It's the Xbox.
If you don't understand, then don't say anything.
If Miu was killed in the virtual world, then the next thing we need to figure out
How she died in there?
is what caused her to incur fatal damage within the virtual world.
I'm somewhat on the ball, and I'm also somewhat not on it. Goal.
So her cause of death in the virtual world is the one that matters.
Which would have to be either the hammer or the big fucking wooden panel.
Oh, it seems like Gonta is confused. So why don't we review things a bit? So we split into 2 groups to find the secret of the outside world.
The ones who searched the mansion were me, Shuichi, Samugi, Gonta, and that NPC Kaito.
Aren't you an NPC too? Since we're not playing as you.
Hey, who you calling NPC, you ASS?
3-letter syllables. Not even syllables, they're abbreviations. I am not it.
And the others who searched the chapel were Keyboy, Maki, Himiko, and the late Miu.
How could someone have given her fatal damage in that situation? That's what we gotta think about.
Obviously.
Aww, little Himiko is all grown up. Too bad your chest hasn't grown up, though.
I'm disappointed in you still. And I always will be.
That was uncalled for. Someday, my chest will grow like crazy.
Let's begin then.
Sure. Real damage either the hammer or the fucking big board thingy McBob, I guess.
In the virtual world, Miu was fatally injured. So let's focus our efforts on that first.
Whoever did that to Miu
What? How did that happen?
was dropped right next to her avatar. It has to be the hammer!
Or going to beat her with his bare hands.
Are we certain that blunt force was involved? I think strangulation is more likely.
Oh.
It's possible she was pushed from a great height.
Didn't I say something about strangulation as well? Wait. Yeah. Because... yeah. It looks like she's struggling with it, so it could be that, you know. Because I remember specifically saying that she probably died from strangulation because of the way her body was positioned, you know. I'm gonna try going for that.
In the virtual world, Miu was fatally injured. So let's focus our efforts on that first.
Whoever did that to Miu was dropped right next to her avatar. It has to be the hammer!
Or going to beat her with his bare hands.
Are we certain that blunt force was involved? I think strangulation is more...
I agree.
How the hell? Wow, okay. Right, so my first guess when I saw that body was correct.
Miu's body showed severe trauma and signs of a struggle.
Yeah, she looked like she suffered. Very hard to look at.
You look at dead bodies for like a good while, you don't really get fazed by it. At least in games. Why I say that?
Right. And the virtual world is connected to our 5 senses. If her body experienced pain, she must have been in pain in the virtual world as well. Knowing that, I believe Maki is correct. Miu was strangled to death.
Yeah, definitely. Strangling and poison are the only methods that can make her look like she suffocated. But we already removed the possibility of poison, so it can only be strangulation. Also, when a victim is poisoned, they commonly grab their chest or mouth. But Miu was holding her throat. It's obvious she was trying to protect her windpipe.
Oh, the Assassin Master gets really chatty when it comes to corpses.
We're having such a good conversation here. And of course, you have to step in. I agree, let's just move on.
In that case, her exact cause of death is being strangled in the virtual world.
That's what it seems like, yes. So
But is
that's what we'll go with.
strangulation even possible in the virtual world?
It could be, you know.
If the avatars were equally strong, it would be difficult to strangle a resisting victim.
Yeah, if she was just as strong as them, no way they could have strangled her.
Then the culprit would need a tool. There are tons of cases where a weaker person would strangle a stronger person with a rope.
Wow, you know a lot about killing, nerd.
Not even eye rolling here, that's not even
Was
necessary.
there even a rope in that world? I don't remember seeing one.
You know, we did have a panel, a wooden panel.
Then they must have used something else as a rope.
Manager in the investigation. I was used to strangle Miu. Now let us see. There has to be something in the virtual world. We've gathered that much. Toilet paper? What do we say? It's toilet paper?
This is it!
Ah, look at that. Because that's equally as strong as other
During the
objects.
investigation, we found toilet paper outside the mansion. I'm guessing that the toilet paper was used to strangle her.
Gonta, no can ignore that!
I already described why, so, you know, it's not even that hard.
What you mean, Shuichi?
Huh? What's wrong?
What, wrong? Shuichi goofing off! Not gentlemanly at all!
I need to find the one thing that just says, like, one thing that actually makes sense here.
There's no time for nonsense!
Can you...
You know can use toilet paper in place of rope! Would tear too easy! Even Gonta know that, and Gonta not smart!
Oh, great! Great! Oh, wow, that was really easy! Whoa!
No, I'm positive toilet paper was used instead of rope.
You died such an awful death. So why you not take this seriously? You call yourself ultimate detective? Use your head! Figure out real murder weapon!
No, I'm positive toilet paper.
There's no time for nonsense!
Well, did we go back to what I was
You
before?
can use toilet paper in place of rope! Would tear too easy!
Ah. Okay. Is that remember what
And
we
Gonta
had?
know that, and Gonta not smart!
Okay, so we do have that.
You died such an awful death.
It's a loud noise. No. Can't use that.
Why you not take this serious? You call
Killing him too. Yeah, so we just use that when Gonta says tear, and we win. It's as simple as that. Because objects can't break. We just use that.
yourself would tear too easy.
There.
I'll cut through your words.
And we look at the truth bullets specifically, and we got there in time. Yay.
The toilet paper wouldn't tear. Because in the virtual world, objects are unbreakable.
Unbreakable?
You're so dumb, Gonta. You didn't even know that?
If objects can't break in that world, then toilet paper shouldn't be able to tear. And since it couldn't tear, it could be used as a rope.
Gonta not really understand, but... Sorry, Shuichi. Gonta was wrong.
Hey, at least I proved you right.
It's okay, Gonta. Don't worry about it.
Killed by toilet paper. It was a fitting end for her.
A fitting end? I do not fully understand that logic.
I feel like I know what she's getting at here.
But if Mew was killed near the chapel, why was the murder weapon by the mansion?
Because objects could go through walls, right? No, I'm not gonna go with legit bullets, but I think that's what's happening.
Maybe the culprit tried to get rid of it to destroy the evidence.
If toilet paper was the murder weapon, then what's the deal with the hammer next to her?
Perhaps the culprit prepared a backup weapon, just in case.
No, the culprit didn't bring the hammer.
No? But who else but the culprit would bring a hammer?
Really know who brought that hammer. Oh, Rumor, right? Because she moved all like everything, right?
That's it.
Yeah. So yeah.
Mew was the one who brought the hammer.
Mew bring hammer?
Remember what she told us?
Yeah, she did say she deleted any dangerous objects.
If that were true, she wouldn't have missed something like a hammer. Meaning that Mew must have left it on purpose.
Or that she brought it in. Whichever of the two you fancy.
On purpose?
But why she do that?
Let's assume that Mew brought the hammer. What was she planning to do with it?
Maybe use it to break down a wall?
No.
Uses for a hammer. Don't I know? Mew gonna build stuff with hammer.
No.
She probably just brought it for self-defense.
Or she secretly met up with someone. Tried to kill them with it.
I agree. How did the answer moved? And I hit the answer that was moving. How the fuck does that work?
Mew was gonna meet up with someone in the virtual world.
Like, how?
With me. I was supposed to meet up with Mew on the roof of the mansion.
What? Is that true?
I overheard them talking about it at the chapel.
By the way, Mew asked to meet up with me before we went into the virtual world. I totally forgot where we were supposed to meet, so good thing Keyboy spied on us.
Wait, so Mew called Kokichi out?
If Mew brought the hammer, I wonder what she was planning to do with it.
He was planning to kill.
That's it.
Okay, I was making sure.
She was trying to kill Kokichi.
Again, plot armor for that fucking bastard. Unfortunate, but whatever.
She was what?
Yep, she plotted to meet up with me and then kill me with the hammer. If you want to prove this, you'll need to figure out Mew's plan, okay?
Is this yeah, I would have guessed. So do we not? We just so you can get jump starts. I needed to not get a jump start to prove that. So you can just drive in and just nail two of them, or can you just go center? Okay, I guess that makes more sense then. Just going center and getting two. We'll try to kill Kokichi. Yeah, we've already deciphered that. Billboards on the left. Just gonna keep on the center line, because it's not title or Kibo. Wheel spin, baby. It was Miu. What? Is that a Y? Oh, where was Miu trying to kill Kokichi? I think I might already know the answer to this, I think. Hopefully. Virtual world. Yeah. Oh yeah, because she made herself an object instead of an actual person. I know that at least. Wait, because I went. Now that fucking scene's showing up on here too. One of that same fucking thing shows up if you, even if you don't talk to her about the whole thing. Why was a bottle of poison on Kokichi's hands? We have 5 minutes and a whole bunch of hearts to deal with this, so why was there a bottle of Kokichi's hands? To divert attention, right? Woohoo! All 3 on the first try. I'm amazed. Ugh. Imagine using a wheel with
She
this.
wanted it to appear as if Kokichi was killed in the real world.
She placed the poison on my seat to make us think the murder happened in the real world.
She did that too?
What? Miu was the one who put that poison bottle there? No, that ain't right. Something's definitely weird about that. When could Miu have put the poison there?
If she did place the poison without us noticing, then she must have logged out at some point.
No.
And then what? She logged back in?
Kokichi, weren't you in the salon around that time? Did you see her log in or log out at all?
Nope, I didn't see that at all.
If she hadn't logged in or out, then you couldn't have placed the poison.
Then who put poison bottle?
The only person who logged out early was Kaito.
Kaito, your grave just got 10 feet deeper!
No, it wasn't me, guys.
Good. The question is when it was planted. Ah, so we could use that. Could we use that logout evidence for that? I'll go over it one more time. If I can't come to a appropriate conclusion, then you already know what's coming. Determine them when. You might also determine the who. Because I can log out record. All it says is Miu logged in and then no other mention of them. Ego was not mentioned at all during the entirety of that. Let's see if we can find.
When could Miu have put the poison there?
Massive jump scare. Oh! I don't really seem to be able to get anything from that, so I guess I'm gonna have to go to that thing. Okay, so I know I have the answer here at least.
If she hadn't logged in
Can I use
or
it for
out,
this? No.
then you couldn't have placed the poison.
Yeah, that's the
Wrong.
counter at least. So you know.
It was Miu who planted the poison on Kokichi's chair. She had plenty of time to do it. Here, take a look at this.
Is this a record of who went in and out of the virtual world?
That's right. It says that Miu was the last of us to log in.
Yeah, what about it?
If she logged in last, she would have had time to move around in the real world after the previous person logged in.
that right. She could have placed poison bottle on Kokichi's seat.
This was all part of Miu's plan. She tried to kill me in the virtual world, make us think it happened in the real world, then pin the crime on Kaito.
Well, that's not my fault.
Which is why she manually logged you out, just for that purpose.
So she did that to me?
Yes, I'm positive of that. Miu used a method only she could use to log Kaito out manually.
That's obvious. Cell phone.
This is it! It was the cell phone found by Miu's avatar. That cell phone worked the same way as the phone in the salon. It logs users in and out. I verified this myself when I spoke Kaito's name into it.
I see. With that cell phone, she could force anyone to log out at any time.
But Miu never mentioned a cell phone, right?
That's what Shuichi referred to when he mentioned a method only she could use. She kept the cell phone a secret on purpose, so she could use it for the murder.
So, she really was planning a murder.
And she tried to set me up.
Well, I knew that from the start.
I mean, you're the Ultra Supreme Leader. You'd know how plans work at least.
Then why did you say I was the culprit?
Because I wanted to get it through your thick skull. People you trust and defend will ultimately betray you. This is a game of suspicion.
I know what you're thinking. Don't. I'm tapping you on the nose. Don't.
Well, I think your ideals should stay the same. Because phonies like you are what make the game more interesting.
I was about to ask who is he referring to here, and I realized that just sounds stupid, because who else is he gonna fucking refer this to? The person who's on the screen. Great.
Don't you agree, Monokuma?
I mean, he said at the end of the first trial.
Do I? I don't know about that. Huh? Wait, what were we talking about?
I wonder when Daddy's gonna get his motivation back.
Yeah! If Father keeps slacking off, all the work is gonna get forced onto Mommy.
Huh? Mommy?
My head! I feel like I'm about to remember something, but I can't.
What's wrong, Monotaro? Pull yourself together!
Anywho, it's a blessing in disguise that Miu died and not me.
Because we figured out our plan, essentially.
What you mean?
Because she wouldn't have said anything about what really happened in the virtual world.
Yeah.
You guys would have had a way harder time finding the culprit, you know. She would have been able to lie about the virtual world settings as much as she wanted.
Will that still happen if Monotaro was there after the whole kerfuffle? Because he was able to fucking do all that shit, figure out all the settings and shit, you know?
And you'd never know that the murder actually took place in the virtual world.
So that's why she decided to attempt a murder, because she had total control.
And the reason Miu was so insistent we go into the virtual world was...
She was insistent we go there so she could kill us. What a shady person.
I was sad that she was gone, but now I don't know what to think.
Think whatever. I don't give a shit.
Nice! Backstabbed by a trusted friend. See? That's an ideal fun situation! Now we can start a real class trial!
Hey, Kokichi sort of sound like Monokuma.
Well, if he does, then what does Monokuma sound like then?
Really? I don't sound anything like him.
I mean, you don't voice act him, so you can't really do him, you know, but you can imitate him, I guess.
No, you're just like Monokuma.
That doesn't refer to his voice, though. I'm talking about his
Both of you
voice.
are cowards. You never speak the truth or show your true face.
Wait, coward? You say some interesting things sometimes, Kaito.
Smiling, putting on a mask, never saying what you really think. That kind of cowardice is just like Monokuma.
Daddy, they're calling you a coward! Aren't you gonna do something?
Yeah, I just gotta do my signature laugh, right? Hoo, 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 hoo. There, I did it.
He's completely lost his drive! Like a one-hit wonder who clings to their former fame.
My head!
He's still trying to remember, huh?
Listen up, Kokichi. To hell with this game of suspicion crap. I will never be okay with it.
Okay, now he's just still got a bit louder now. What the hell?
I'm just gonna believe in everyone.
And now he's back to normal. What?
Instead of suspecting my friends, I'm gonna find the truth by believing in them.
Well, if you think you can win this game like that, then sure, be my guest.
I mean, I fucking win games, so I do whatever the fuck I feel like doing, I guess, so... Yeah. I can... If one method doesn't work, then just fuck it and think again, throw up another one, throw it on the wall, and then just do it.
Of course I can. I don't need your permission.
How long are you guys going to argue? Let's hurry this up and continue. If we don't find the culprit, then we'll all die, you know that?
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry.
If we are going to begin searching for the culprit, let's start with Kokichi's story.
The one we went to the salon, yeah?
Huh? My story?
You were meeting with Miu, but she ended up as the victim. So it's only natural for us to think you're the killer, right?
Here's my answer. I never met up with Miu.
You didn't?
I tried to go to the roof to meet up with her, but the door was locked.
I mean, the door knob, but yeah, same thing.
But isn't lockpicking your specialty? You should have been able to open it easy.
Hang on, let me, do we have the thing for the lock? Or is it not that? There. No, doesn't appear to be there. But I know it's like a knob. A twistable knob.
I couldn't pick locks with my avatar body. I didn't have the tools for it either. Also, I never went to the roof. Not even for the meeting.
And you're really lucky for guessing that it was locked. Though that's assuming that you attempted to go up there and then didn't.
I remember. You and Gonta went off together when we first started looking.
But was the door to the roof actually locked? When I was on the roof before logging out, the door wasn't locked.
Huh? How should I know?
Then who locks the door to the roof?
Maybe it was locked from the start, is what one of them will say.
I already told you. How should I know?
When I went to the roof, it wasn't locked. So you gotta be lying.
What good would it be if I lied? I don't want to die either, you know.
Lying would do you a lot of good if you're the culprit.
Oh, I see. I didn't realize that.
Looking left added a whole bunch of attention there because they were right next to each other. My god.
What kind of response is that? That's suspicious as hell!
Wait, there's no point in arguing about that now. The truth will come out eventually. Before we get to that, we need to discover the truth behind Miu's death.
Truth?
There were mysterious circumstances surrounding her death. We need to make sense of those first.
Wow, Shuichi, you know your way around this game.
Wow, thanks, August. It's not like I've done it twice over, you know.
Yes, keep up the hard work. The fate of our lives rests in your hands.
So, what is this strange circumstance?
Kokichi claims it was Miu who chose the meeting place. But I'm wondering how she got from the chapel to the mansion's roof.
I see. Miu sent the bridge connecting the mansion and chapel into the river herself.
If that's the case, then Miu might not have even gone to the roof.
Huh? So she stood me up? It's very rude to break a promise. Mew was waiting for me to arrive. I'm sure she was waiting on the rooftop of the mansion.
No, Mew should have been at the chapel. If you look at where her avatar fell, it's right next to the chapel.
How would she have gotten to the mansion? There was no bridge over the river.
A bridge would be the only way to get across.
So, her meeting with Kokichi...
She stood me up!
Some evidence, but...
Mew was waiting for me to arrive.
Sumugi's account.
I'm sure she was waiting on the rooftop of the
Maybe
mansion.
we use that?
No, Mew should have been at the chapel.
How do I... Got it! Somewhat. Whatever. That was such a quick recovery. My god.
Mew must have gone to the mansion. We have a witness.
Yeah. When I was searching the dining room, I saw Mew pass by the window.
Why is Monaco back to normal? What the hell's going on here?
Then why didn't you say so sooner?
Sorry. I thought I was just mistaken at first, since there was no way she could have come to the mansion. But I guess I wasn't mistaken after all. That was definitely Mew.
Then, how did she get to the mansion from the chapel?
It must have been some special method only Mew knew, like with that cell phone.
There's no doubt about that. That's why she dropped the bridge. If a murder occurred when it was impossible to cross the river, she wouldn't be implicated. She used a secret method to move from the chapel to the mansion for the murder.
She dropped the bridge to make a huge scene, just to let everyone know it's no longer there.
So, what secret method did she use?
She was a fucking object, but...
It won't be that easy to figure out. It's called a secret method for a reason.
No worries, guys. As long as we leave it to Shuichi, everything will be A-okay.
What are you saying? We can't just rely on Shuichi all the time. This class trial's for all of us. We're here to solve this together.
You would just slow down Shuichi.
And there they go again. Yeah. It's the fucking... Where the fuck setting on a character? Yeah.
A way across that only Mew knew about.
Like a hidden bridge besides that signboard, maybe.
No.
Or instead of bridge, Mew used some kind of vehicle to go over.
No.
Maybe she teleported with magic. Or she used a warp zone.
Maybe there's a place you could cross without a bridge.
A hidden route that only Mew could use to get across.
I mean,
I
isn't that
suppose
the
it is
wall?
possible she used that to change places.
Is that the wall
Man,
she
you
added?
guys are way off.
Yeah, the wall had a set of switching that allowed non-human objects to pass through it, so we could use that.
Or maybe I'm just pulling your legs.
No, I'll go a file for that is actually useless. Log in, log out, that's also kind of useless.
A hidden route that only Mew could get across.
Ah,
I agree.
so there's that then. So there's those correlation. Right, gotcha. Didn't even need to look up the answer.
That's it, Kibo. There was a hidden route only Mew could use.
Was there really?
Mew modified the program to add a special wall to the world. The wall stretches along the y-axis, but we found 2 such walls in the virtual world. It's unclear whether Mew added the wall by the mansion or the wall near the chapel. We do know that that wall was set so that only objects could pass
Don't
through.
be naive, Shuichi.
Fucking Christ, you
What is it, Kaito?
don't fucking scare me like that. Fuck you. Oh, my great God, we're in the middle of a fucking sentence, and then as soon as like the text just stops, it just woo! Christ!
Jeez, you set up a weird wall like that?
That's literally what's been happening. I can see it in my eyes.
That is suspicious, but it's got nothing to do with what we were talking about.
Nothing to do with it.
Huh. You don't even realize your mistake? Are you losing your edge? Oh well, my sidekick's mistakes are my mistakes. I'll make it right.
So this is... So what number is this at then? Okay, so this is number 9 out of whatever the fuck. So... I guess we're just going to figure out this as we go along. See what the hell he's talking about.
What we gotta figure out is how Mew got from the chapel to the mansion, right? So why waste time talking about the impop? It's pointless.
Yeah, Mew's... Wait, Mew's avatar, that says, Mew's... Yeah, that's exactly what I'm looking for.
We gotta take a whole new approach here.
Now, wait just a second. It's not actually impossible at all.
But you just said so, didn't you? That wall Mew set up only lets non-human objects go through it. Humans aren't able to pass through. So Mew obviously wouldn't be able to go through that wall. She's not just an object after all.
I'll cut through your words.
I thought the one I cut through earlier was going to be the one I had to use, but that literally just set everything up nicely. Thank you.
The wall wasn't the only thing that Mew changed. She also changed her avatar settings from human to object.
From human to object?
Which means the virtual world treated her avatar as an object. She could have passed through a wall that only non-humans could go through.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Don't get ahead of yourself, Kaito. We need to listen to everything Shuichi says. I already told you, the more you try, the more you cause us trouble. It's so totally lame that your own sidekick is dissing you!
I was only trying to fucking make him understand. It wasn't anything like that. Yeah, you need to call your dick lips again. Yes, I'll do it at the end, not right now.
Kokichi, enough!
I don't care. That doesn't bother me at all. It just means even I make mistakes. Don't worry about it, Shuichi.
I would say I would kill him, but no.
Okay.
It's pretty funny seeing Kaito try to act all tough like this.
Why did Shuichi look sad after I say that? What the fuck? It's like I'm being listened to. Oh god.
Kokichi, please refrain from making such irrelevant and irrational remarks.
So, if Mew messed with the program and made a wall only she could go through,
Then her secret route was through that wall?
Yeah.
that's it, right? Like using a glitch in a game to walk outside the map. I bet Mew had a hidden passage like that in the back of the chapel.
But even if she could walk through walls, was there really a hidden passage?
No, because the wall... The wall's there because that connects one side of the map to the other. If that makes sense.
Because Mew said...
She probably lied. There would be no point in going if there was nothing on the other side.
You lied.
I wonder what the truth is. There's no way to find out now.
That cum-soaked urinal cake was totally lying about there being nothing past the wall.
Can you stop saying that? Fucking thing-soaked piss fuck. That's my unique way of saying it. I'm not saying the same way as he does, because fuck.
She lived a life of pride, vulgarity, and secrets. Lying would be a piece of cake for her.
Kokichi, you no have to go that far.
Stop it! Don't badmouth Mommy!
Monotaro?
Listen to you, talking about Mommy like she was a terrible lying whore. But Mommy wasn't lying. There was no hidden road in that virtual world.
At least none was hidden to her.
Oh, there wasn't, huh?
Hey! You can't tell them such an important hint!
Oh, If you say that hint is important, then I guess it must be true.
Oh, shoot!
Ah, jeez. You're lucky you're cute.
So now that we know there's no hidden route, why did she manipulate the program? If there's actually nothing past the wall, then that setting was meaningless.
Mew wouldn't have done something meaningless. She would have had a plan.
Yes. Mew definitely wanted to be able to go through that wall for a reason. We aren't sure why yet, but once we solve the mystery of the virtual world...
Mystery of virtual world?
There have been a lot of strange occurrences in the virtual world. If we can determine why, we will also determine what Mew was up to.
Anyone want to argue against that? Anyone?
We'll know why she wanted to pass through the wall.
All right, let's clear up those strange occurrences.
Yeah, Gonta will help, even though Gonta not know what you're talking about.
Speaking of strange occurrences, I'm just plain worried about that one thing. Remember? That thing that made us notice all the strange occurrences?
You fenced that there. What strange occurrence happened in the virtual world? Okay, I'm gonna be honest, I'm kinda stunned by what they mean by that. I'm gonna just say it probably might be something like this. And then I'm just gonna look and see what the actual answer is. Is this it? Okay.
This is it!
That makes more sense. Thank you, guide. Very cool.
You mean the loud sound that you and I heard in the kitchen?
You all heard that sound too?
Yes, in the mansion's kitchen.
But that sound occurred near the chapel. How did you hear it all the way at the mansion?
First off, sound can't go past the map loading point.
But that's to the left, so...
Did that sound really come from the chapel?
I'm saying yes, because the wall is kind of connected to the fucking whole thing and whatnot.
That sound was something hitting the chapel wall. It was real loud.
And we definitely heard it. We heard Kibo's voice as well.
You heard my voice too?
What? That is pretty strange.
Exactly. That has to be some kind of clue to the mystery of the virtual...
Okay, well, let's check the answers later and try to find all the other clues first. There was another mysterious phenomenon in the virtual world, wasn't there?
Kokichi talked like he noticed something. Pretending not to know?
Even Gonta is suspicious of me? I always thought you would be the one to trust me!
Sorry, Gonta not mean it like that.
There's no need to apologize to him. He's probably just lying again.
What was the other strange occurrence? Did you see it, Shuichi?
Okay. That's unfortunate. Let's just go over here. Oh yeah. Yeah, great success, I guess.
The sign that we were using as a bridge was odd to me.
Odd how?
We mentioned it before, but Mew dropped the sign in the river. We found it later, but there was something unnatural about it.
The sign, like, dropped down and stuff. No, the item boxes are moving on its own. I can't remember that fucking thing. I don't even move that fast. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. And they only move when you get close to them. Ah. Perfect's dead, guys. Rest in peace. At which point was the signboard swept away? It was pushed into the river, yeah. At what point was the signboard swept away? At the river, because that's where the bridge is, right? Yeah. Oh, that's 4 now. 4 phases. Do they have an extra C at the back or something? That'll be interesting. Just stay in the middle again. Alright, that's always a strat, right? Fuck. Where is the end of the river? There is no theoretical end to the river though, is there not? Because it kind of links into each other, right? But yeah, the transition point. Right? Oh, what? It's not the transition point? Given the stones there, so maybe it's just the mansion side then. Wow, okay. That's the worst I've ever done at that. So apparently the end is the chapel side. Gotcha. Wow, that was absolutely horrific. Ah, it's gone. Absolutely horrific. Where was the sign for the bound that was swept away? Okay, at least know that it was at the mansion. Swept away at chapel side, and then ended up at the mansion right beside the rock. I know that. I think. Good. Compared to the river's current, down and right, which way did the signboard flow? If that would go to the chapel side, at least, right? Against the current with the... Would you say it's with the current? No. And I suppose that would also make sense, because it kind of went to chapel side and then ended up at the mansion, so it ends up looking like it's against the current. So that would make sense, at least. Still got to get at least 3 incorrect answers. Okay.
It appeared as though the sign was carried against the river's current. We all saw Mew drop the sign and watched the river carry it downstream. And the river was wide there. The sign should have traveled downriver toward the chapel, correct? It should have hit the wall on the far side of the chapel and stopped there. But that's not where we found it. We found it near the mansion, nestled in some rocks.
The signboard should have been near the chapel, but we found it on the other side.
Hold up. Didn't you stay on the chapel side? She probably grabbed the signboard from the chapel wall to cross the river. Then left it on the boulders near the mansion so she could get back.
Why would she leave the signboard where it could get swept away and leave her stranded?
Also, this has nothing to do with walking through the wall, right? We're getting off topic.
You know what? I was literally just about to say that. Because the fucking signboard was literally going through the wall anyway. So it's not like it would have mattered. It still ends up going through there, going through the mansion, and then just cladding some rocks in and ending up there. Boom, I solved your problem.
We're so close to the truth. We just have to connect the how and what. All the mysterious things that happened have to connect with each other somehow.
Connect how?
A wall only objects can pass through. Sounds that shouldn't be heard. A signboard going against the river current. How are they all connected?
Because the wall connects them. It's literally all connected together.
I don't know, but Shuichi should know, right?
What?
We would be in a lot of trouble if you didn't. The only one who can solve this mystery and save us all is you.
So, how are they connected? Do you know, Shuichi?
Well, what we know so far is that the unnatural way the sign was carried is possibly related to the wall.
Our clue was related to the unnatural way the signboard was carried through the on the river. I would say map of the world. Well, I'm gonna quickly check here. My mind's like here, yeah. No, it's the wall added by me. I was kind of correct, but I also kind of wasn't correct, if I'm not mistaken.
This is it!
And I'm not mistaken on where it comes through and
It
whatnot.
might have to do with a wall that only objects can pass through. The sign should have stopped at the wall on the other side of the chapel. But if that wall happened to be the one that Mew set to allow objects through...
I see. It's a wall only non-humans can pass through.
Yeah, and the things are the objects. So just...
That means the signboard can pass through the wall, right?
Even if it could pass through the chapel wall, how did it end up by the mansion?
because it's connected to it. You know?
The only way it could do that is if the wall was a warp zone. But it's not, right?
Am I at a point where I actually know how the thing happens, where I'm not supposed to know when it happens? Because if so, then things are gonna get real annoying.
Leave it to me, Shuichi. I, your partner, will give you hints in times of trouble.
I was ready to go into a break, and then you had to come in and remind me of why I named the last title of my last video. I don't like the future. For summer saying, Kokichi, why are you like this? I swear to God, I will kill you. You're making me really remind me of that now. I hope you're happy.
This is the virtual world. We should throw away all of our common sense, okay?
Huh? The hell does that even mean?
Yeah, there we go. The downstream and upstream connect.
That's it!
That's literally what I've been saying, and it was as simple as that.
What if both ends of the river were connected?
It's not even just both ends of the river. The entire map is.
Huh? Both ends of river connected?
Exactly. To put it another way, the river isn't cut off at the wall near the chapel. It's all part of one big loop. The upstream part of the river is connected to it.
What? What are you talking about? Both ends of the river can't...
Again, throw out all common sense from your head. We're talking about the virtual world.
Then what about the wall? There was only one wall that could be passed through.
Right. Even if the river's connected and it goes through the chapel wall, it wouldn't have been able to go through the mansion wall too.
Both object walls, I guess, you know? Mia went through one and then went out the other. Also, why the hell would the staircase be on the left if the wall just ended? Just saying that, you know?
I got it! I know why Mew only set up one wall.
What are you talking about now?
One wall was already in place? Ah, damn it. Are they the exact same wall?
That's it!
Okay, so they are the exact same wall then, okay.
The walls by the chapel and the mansion aren't separate. They're the same wall.
Again, that's kind of what I was saying, you know?
The same wall?
It's not just the river. The walls themselves are connected.
So I did find it out a good while before I was supposed to then.
Don't think of it as two separate walls, but a single wall parallel to the y-axis. That single wall divides the entire virtual world. The idea is, you pass through the wall by the chapel and come out by the mansion.
Everything is starting to connect.
And again, I'm only naturally observant to these kind of things. I can already connect dots.
See, didn't I tell you? Everything is connected.
Literally now, are we saying?
Damn it, Kokichi! Just tell us...
It's okay. More importantly, this is the final stretch! If both the river and wall are connected, then you can find the secret. Shuichi, you already know the secret behind the virtual world, right?
I mean, I found that at the top of the chapel. What is the unique feature of the virtual world? Not do that. Do we start with a D? No. That's good to know. Do we begin with an OR? No. Do we begin with an L? No. We're losing things fast. Let's try an M. That's not an M, that's a W. Let's try spell out word then. Where would that be? Oh, there's an R. Okay, so the first word is world. World. World or what? Word level? It could be world level. Could actually be world level. Flash it again. Is that a Q there? I don't think I need it yet. try and... Oh. World L-O. We don't have another O, right? Okay. Ah, World Loops. Took a couple of messing around, but hey, we got there.
Yes, that's it. The virtual world is a loop.
Again, see what I said earlier about figuring stuff out way before we need to.
Loop?
Just like in old games, right? Like, for example, when a character goes off the left side of the screen and reappears on the right.
Yes, exactly. The edges of the virtual world are linked together in a continuous loop.
The virtual world loops?
What in the world?
If that's true, it would explain the way the signboard was swept away. It vanished into the wall downstream of the river, came out of that same wall upstream.
Apologies for cutting you off there.
And floated with the current until it got caught on the rocks.
What was the world like before Mew added the wall?
Actually, there wasn't a wall on the y-axis at all, and the x-axis was set to loop.
Are you serious? Even if it is a computer program, isn't that too crazy?
A looping world. That's more extraordinary than even magic.
It doesn't take a lot of coding, I have to think, though.
But at least it's not a boring answer. It also explains all the things that happened.
Huh? It doesn't explain everything, does it? Because we still don't know why we heard that one sound or Kibo's voice.
It's because the world does loop. Not loop as in actual just repeatedness over and over. It's like the end of the world is the beginning of the other worlds, and you connect them together, you get that.
Yeah, sound doesn't go past the map loading point.
Actually, if we know that the world is a loop, we can explain that as well.
Huh? Really?
Yes, but first we need to be clear where the loop starts.
Where the loop starts. Doesn't it loop at the walls next to the mansion and chapel?
Not necessarily. If we heard a noise at the chapel from inside the mansion, then the loop...
Where is the looping point? It will have to be there, because that's where the map's loading point is, right?
There.
Yeah, so that's as I thought.
The map loading point was where the virtual world looped. We thought the loading point was in the middle of the map. But the loading point was actually at the edges.
So the wall Mew created wasn't at the edges of the world, but rather, her wall was at the center of the world.
And does that make sense of why that house has an exit to the left? You know?
I see. So the mansion and chapel were near each other, with a wall between them. And any sounds emitted near the chapel would also reach the mansion. The wall only allows non-humans to pass through, so sound should be able to pass through easily.
That's right. That's how the virtual world works.
Impressive, Shuichi!
You didn't need to sound like a fucking cat laughing or whatever the hell laughs like that.
For you to get this far! Yes! Yes! You are useful indeed!
Watch as he tries to pin the blame on us. I need to take a piss when the break comes anyway, so it's good that he's fucking being an ass.
For you to get this far, what are you, some villain pulling the strings?
Oh no. Kaito, I don't want to remind you of what his ultimate is. I really don't want to remind you. But it's still like we can't undo what's already been done.
Nope. Mew pulled the strings here, not me. Remember?
Okay, but I thought he was gonna have to get insane about how he's the ultimate supreme leader. I'm like, what the fuck not, but I guess not.
Mew also set this trap. It all began when Mew showed us the map. Because of the map, we mistakenly thought the loading point was at the center, which in turn made the mansion and chapel seem farther away from each other.
But the structure of the world wasn't actually like that. There was a wall along the y-axis, and the x-axis came around in a loop.
By putting that wall in the center of that world, she cut off the loop.
So ever since Mew showed us that map, we were caught in her trap. But we solved this mystery thanks to Shuichi. All hail our savior!
If your savior does something like this, then I don't think he can be trusted. Or they, whatever the fuck you want to call me, I don't give a shit.
Yeah. If Shuichi wasn't here, then we never would have solved this mystery.
I mean, we're not exactly solved yet, we only solved like half of it.
That's right. Good work, Shuichi.
That's just the how though, we need to explain the what, but not the how. The how explains who murdered them, not the other way around. Fucking hell.
Thanks, Shuichi. You saved us.
Not yet. Christ.
You're welcome.
You know? It's not fucking all solid.
Just because we found out the virtual world's secret doesn't mean we can take it easy yet. Actually, this culprit hunt just got to the exciting part.
Was I correct in saying that we were literally halfway
Even if we
through?
know all the tricks, it's pretty meaningless if we don't find the culprit. That's how a class trial works, after all!
Kichi talking like Monokuma again.
No matter what you say, I'm not gonna believe your lies. I'm gonna believe in everyone. That's how I'm gonna reach the truth.
I can't wait to see what happens next!
Is that the first time he nihi-heed in a class trial? Or am I mistaken? I don't know. It's weird. But Richi's plan is just being a dick and then screwing us all up at the end. I don't know all this shit by now. Well, we can obviously assume it's someone did, you know? You know? Unfortunate intermission. That's a shame.
Aww. And another thing. Yeah? Yeah! Ah! Huh? Huh? Really? Huh? Huh?
I saw them in there.
Hmm? Oh.
May all heaven of hell on earth please help us here.
My head!
Okay.
Monotaro! Pull yourself together!
I feel like I'm forgetting someone important to me, but I just can't. My head! My head hurts so much, I just can't remember.
If you've forgotten, maybe that's for the best. From this point forward, let's start a new life for ourselves.
You know one thing about Mono for me? I thought she was already being voice acted by Monomi, or Sami, whatever you wanted to call her back in Danganronpa 2. But the more I play through this game, the more I'm convinced she's actually the voice actor of Sonia Nevermind. That's just the thing I'll have to say.
After all, our baby is excited to meet his daddy, you know?
Daddy? Wait, what? I'm gonna be a father?
Whatever. Moving on.
What a colossal death flag. I'll be surprised if he doesn't die after that.
Okay, Mono, whatever the fuck, the red bear. You better not die.
More importantly, let's continue the conversation where we left off.
Yeah, I fucking whole not meal and everything.
We understand Mew plotted the murder, but we need to find out who killed her.
And in order to figure that out, we need to understand Mew's actions. So let's discuss her murder scheme step by step.
I know that's important, but hearing you lead the conversation really pisses me off.
Let's see. Mew manipulated the virtual world to use it as part of her murder plan.
Don't just ignore me and start anyway.
If she had succeeded, she would have gone past the wall between the chapel and mansion.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna go down, I'm gonna see Kaido.
And then wham! Murdered me on the roof with the hammer.
Yeah, I was too focused on the bit I didn't even notice what he was trying to say.
She would make the murder seem like it happened in the real world, and then pin it on Kaito.
As for Mew's alibi in the real world, she could say she was locked into the virtual world. And in the virtual world, she could say she was near the chapel the entire time.
She'd make an excuse about how she couldn't reach the mansion because of the fallen bridge.
Oh, we're going to the virtual world then.
She dropped the bridge on purpose, so she could separate the chapel from the mansion.
Because we're in, like, quote-unquote virtual world, quote-unquote, the text fucking changed to pixelation. That's funny. And they... Okay.
Then secretly passed through the wall she installed and took advantage of the loop. After, she headed to where we were supposed to meet up, the mansion's rooftop. Oh yeah, Kaito was probably logged out around that time too.
That's when I saw Mew.
Oh, but is that it?
The problem is,
Okay.
because of her murder plans, we don't even know where she was killed.
She was killed on the roof, right? Kokichi told us the roof door was locked and that he couldn't get through.
Maybe that when culprit killed her.
How the hell would we find her on the entirely the other side, though? That's the next thing.
That's probably what happened. The culprit killed her on the locked roof.
Did the culprit lock the door to the roof?
Perhaps. I don't think Mew did it. If Mew did lock it, she would have done it when she called Kokichi to the roof. Even if someone came up, I don't believe she would change the target of her plan. She knew that Kokichi would come up later. Locking the door would be suspicious.
Well, it's possible she didn't even think that far ahead.
She was smart, but she was also really, really dumb.
No say such mean things. Killing game bad, not Mew.
And everyone, roll your eyes. At the obvious of the obvious.
Mew not bad person. Going to think we could have been friends if things different.
No.
That might have been difficult, even without this killing game.
I'm glad you agree with that, at least.
That wouldn't happen.
Okay, we've got disparity. Okay, Monica, court. Upstairs court. We need it.
Nuh-uh. No way, Jose.
Huh?
Oh, they were all disagreeing. I was making a whole fuss for nothing.
Anyway, let's continue the discussion. If Mew was killed on the roof of the mansion, the culprit must have moved Mew's avatar to the chapel after killing her, right?
So the next thing we should talk about is how they moved her avatar.
Assumedly, I would assume they would have thrown her. Because every avatar is like the same in terms of strength. But what does the average strength mean? Are people easily picked up?
Now we know the mansion and chapel were actually next to each other. But the problem is, the wall between them.
Only Mew was able to go through that wall. The culprit wouldn't have been able to.
Then you're saying the culprit sent Mew's avatar through that wall?
Yeah, that's the only way, right?
But how did the culprit send Mew's avatar through the wall? I mean, it's not like they could have thrown her.
Gonta, not throw her!
We know. You couldn't because the avatar's physical strength was equalized.
That's the thing I'm wondering about, though.
Physical strength equalized?
If it was equalized, then is it easy to pick someone up, or is it had to?
That problem. Gonta no can protect everyone if that happens.
Jeez, keep up with us. We're already in the second half of the class trial.
How did they send Mew's avatar to the other side of the wall? Maybe that thing has something to do with it. You know, the loud sound you heard?
Oh yeah, the fucking big old plank, you know? The plank that did that, you know?
Because of that sound, you guys went to the side of the chapel. Right, Keyboy? That's when you found the dead Mew there, right? If so, then I think that sound and her avatar being by the chapel are related.
Can you at least extend your... where you say right a lot more? Make no sense. Lattice is what I think it is, right? No. Okay, so that is not what it was. Just to be sure. I can't even be sure. So we could at least... Okay, we can't even say the hammer then. Fuck you then.
That's it!
Christ.
I think the sound came from Mew's avatar hitting the chapel wall. The hammer, cell phone, and lattice were there, but they were too small to make that noise. Ruling those out, the only other explanation is that the sound was Mew colliding with a wall.
I'm too focused on the fucking lattice.
If that's the case, Mew's avatar must have hit the chapel wall really hard.
All I'm saying is that the lattice was fucking there from the start, and then it ended up over on the other side. So it's like, how the hell did that happen?
We felt the impact all the way from the inside of the chapel.
Yeah, that's the real question. Mew's avatar probably hit the chapel's wall with pretty considerable force. But why did it hit the wall with such force? Can you guys figure it out?
Hold on, Kokichi. What's up with the way you're talking? Why are you talking like you know everything?
Yeah, and his voice is like louder again. I don't understand why people's voices randomly get louder, and no, because it was happening with me, and now it's happening with Kaito.
Let's not worry about that right now.
The loud people suddenly, or the other thing? I'm confused.
More importantly, we gotta solve the mystery. Fighting among friends is a waste of time.
Friends? Us?
Anyway, can we talk about that after we figure this problem out?
A way of transporting Mew's avatar that would cause it to crash into the chapel.
Ew. Wait, I need to check that fucking world simulator again. Yeah. There was something there about saying how all objects like weigh the same, right? I'm highly positive it was that. Oh yeah. Because Mew's an object, she would have the same weight as an object. So you just pick up an object as a human, and then whack her with it, and then you're good.
Hey Shuichi, as your partner, I'll give you a little hint.
Oh, they solved the case, bud.
Your what?
Since the mansion was on top of a hill, the roof was pretty high up, right?
So simple, you just gotta play baseball.
Past the brick handrail, the roof was at a pretty steep slope. and the slope faced the chapel wall. On top of that, there was snow on the roof. If the culprit needed force to move the body, I wonder how they did it.
They used fucking objects on object violence. I mean, chapel. I can already tell the first word is definitely slid. Which one's D? Okay. That's a D. No, that's an L. That's it. That's when we need to get my. Whoa, what is that? What in the world is that? I hit him on a Kuma. I was wondering what the hell that was. I now know. So slid the roof. I know that's the answer. I think. Let's just try again. Okay, no, I guess not. I can't see any T's. I don't know if I'm getting unlucky or it's just not there. So it was like an F. It's on O. I'm not gonna be able to understand what the words here is now. Come on. Oh, so apparently it's off. So I had the fucking same thing. But it's just not. Slid the roof and slid off roof. It's literally just the exact same thing, is it not? You know. So we're taking a fucking bright beating now.
The culprit used the sloped roof as a slide for Mew's avatar.
Slide?
Nah, man. Even with the slope and the snow, Mew's body...
Wrong. It would slide.
But the avatars can generate friction. We wouldn't have been able to walk otherwise. So I doubt that it would have had that much momentum.
No. It would slide.
It wouldn't slide, just like Maki Roll said.
It would slide, just like Shumai said.
Please retire that name immediately, like Danny Howland retired the beating your favorite driver trade. Please.
Who the hell is Shumai?
And politely.
Oh, he's a pupil of Ramen Man. Sorry, my hobby slipped in.
I wasn't even referring to that though. Get the fucking lettuce! Use the lettuce! Bud? That is your shovel. There we go.
Even if her avatar slid off the roof, would it slide off that quickly?
Well, duh, it would.
Thank
If it made that much noise, it must have built up a lot of speed.
Lots of snow piled up on roof. But not frozen solid, right?
You'd still slide, though.
Let's do that thing again.
In the real world, it might be difficult. But in the virtual world, perhaps not.
That's not the issue. Sliding down snow is easy to do. You just need a sled or skis to cut the friction.
There was nothing like that around.
How was that not a feed card? I was literally on it. It was literally on the thing.
No, wait. There was something that could have been used to help slide Mew's body. Do you remember the lattice that was found by Mew's avatar? The culprit laid her on top of that, then used it as a sled on the roof. I did notice the lattice in the storage room when I first looked. But during the investigation, I saw that it was gone.
The lattice that was found next to the chapel is the one that disappeared from the roof? Then that's it. The culprit used the lattice as a sled.
Ding, ding, ding! That's correct!
Again, loading up the virtual world for an examination of the stuff.
After the culprit killed Mew on the rooftop, they placed her corpse on a sled and slid her down the roof's steep slope.
The sled picked up speed, flew off the roof, glided through the wall only objects could pass through, and hit the chapel.
The impacts made all of her belongings scatter, including the hammer and cell phone.
Just like that hedgehog who loses all his rings whenever he crashes into stuff.
Ah, yeah.
I hate that guy and his worldwide fame and his stupid games, and I hate that hedgehog!
Okay, Ackerman, calm down.
Daddy, I'm glad you're feeling motivated again, but you shouldn't be so hateful. That'd be an example to our new family.
Yeah, Father. Or should I start calling you Grandfather now?
Now that we know how the body slid down, we're just one step away from the culprit.
Or about 3.
Well, Shuichi, do you know who the culprit is?
Yeah. In the end, we'll still need to guess the culprit, huh?
But Gonta can't believe one of us killed Mew.
However, since we know she was killed on the roof, we can narrow down the list of suspects. Meaning, the culprit must be someone who was investigating the mansion. Aside from Mew, the people at the chapel could not go through the wall or cross the river.
Does it say who went where? I feel like that could be really interesting. If not, I'll probably just use a video as like a guide for who went when. Now, Kato said he locked out and then never locked back in. I think we can possibly eliminate him because he was locked out so early and then logged back in. Okay, so we know that Himiko, Maki, and Kibo are all excluded. Tsumugi was with me the entire time as the accident happened, so that eliminates both of us. So I'll probably writing this down. So it's either Kokichi wasn't there, or it could be Gonta. It could actually be Gonta, now I think about it, because he's like one of the last few left, right? It must be, because now I remember that Gonta said something about protecting Kokichi, right? So it could be him.
So that means the suspects
I
are
could've-
Kaito, Tsumugi, Shuichi, and Gonta.
I could have just waited and like just got fucking with that instead of like narrowing them all down. But Christ!
That's real sneaky, leaving yourself off the list.
Ooh, you got me.
Yeah, because Kato got locked out, Sumiko was with me, and Kokichi was off somewhere else and he couldn't go up in there. I mean, what target clearly lied? Or what region would they lie? Who is the liar? So it's not the killer, so I should ask Kaito first. No. Alright. Whatever. Right. I guess I'll ask Gonta then. What? Okay. Great. So you lied about being on the roof. Guess I'll have to ask you then. Whatever.
It's you!
Okay. Well, at least 3 haven't hazards, but we need to build that up.
Kokichi, there's something I need to know.
We need to start building it up again.
What do you need to know?
Why did you lie just now?
Which lie are you talking about, Shuichi? I lie a lot, so you'll need to jog my memory.
Fine. I'll expose your lie right now. It was that testimony that bothered me.
Ah. Okay, now there's 4 colors. For Christ's sake. Cop would probably kill her on the locked roof. That's the first thing we can at least get. I want to clear the entire field out first before I kind of get to make a decision here. I think that would be good. Good. Great! Is that really all I have left? Okay. That's what I have to deal with at least. It began when we showed us the map. Never to move not even for the meeting. I don't know, I'm gonna have to quickly figure that out before it gets too late. Okay, no, so it was this one then. That's why I saved for time. Bastard. Again, that's why I saved for time. Because if I didn't go for the guy there, I would have suddenly run out of time and I would have lost there.
When you were explaining that the door to the roof was locked, you said...
Shut up, phone.
But later, you said...
So that contradicts what he said, then. Potentially.
That's a lot of specific information. Stuff you wouldn't know if you hadn't been there.
Oh yeah! Now that you mention it, how did you know all that stuff?
You could probably see the steep slope of the roof from outside the mansion. But you wouldn't know about the brick handrail unless you went up to the roof yourself.
Huh? What?
What's this all about, Kokichi? Did you actually go to the rooftop?
I still don't really believe that the game would just label him as a murderer then and then. There has to be some trick here. There's some cruel twist here that I'm just not expecting here.
I didn't. I already told you that before.
Why you look so nervous?
Is this a sincere reaction?
But there's no evidence that proves I went to the roof. Oh, wait. I remember now. That thing Himiko said.
Me?
At the start of the class trial, I remember you saying the handrail was made of bricks.
Well,
Ooh, you so clumsy, girl. Gotta be more careful there, Himiko.
can we get a flashback if it is?
Is it my fault?
Himiko really say that?
She totally said that.
No, she didn't!
Yes, she did.
She did not!
She did too.
Alright, go back.
Then when? Tell me how long ago. In hours, minutes, and seconds.
Let's go back.
What a worthless fight!
I hope you know what you need to do here.
Stop them, Grandpa!
kid is born.
I'm not gonna apologize, cause Himiko said it.
So damn stubborn.
I guess we got to do that thing.
How much longer are you going to behave like this?
I don't know. Like, if I could confess to them, I would. Really hope we don't have to lie here.
I didn't go to the roof.
I've had enough of your lies, man.
I'm not lying. The rooftop door was locked and I couldn't open it.
So what did Kokichi do?
I turned back at once, of course. And stayed in the salon the whole time, you know?
Liars burn in hell, you know.
If you're lying, I'll set your pants on fire!
Hey. Down.
That's fine because I'm not lying.
Then why do you look so nervous?
Oh, great! So I do have to lie then. Fine then. What lie must I need to say then? Alright, that makes sense. I don't like lying because I don't do it all the time. And I hate doing it. Because it drains my influence meter. So I always just use the guides for them.
And stayed in the salon the whole time, you know?
Why'd
I'll reveal the truth.
What? I went for the fee and I didn't even fucking realize it. I've broken my own rules.
Kokichi, you're lying right now, aren't you?
Huh? Lying about what?
Just before the murder occurred, I went to the salon to check on you, but you weren't there.
What? Really?
I waited there for a while. You never showed up.
What's this all about, Kokichi? Didn't you go right back to the salon after finding the roof door locked?
I see. You use underhanded tactics too, huh, Shuichi? So who are you guys gonna believe? Shuichi or me?
Well, of course I'm gonna believe Shuichi.
I believe Shuichi 100%.
The one who's not Kokichi.
I accept that nickname at least.
100 house points. No, Himiko points.
Bad
But
joke.
to go
You
to
get
the
spit.
salon, Shuichi would need to pass by me in the dining room. I wonder why I didn't notice Shuichi there.
Because I disappeared. That's exactly right.
Oh well. I'll believe Shuichi anyway. He's usually right about stuff.
See, it always works.
Sorry, but I'm going to believe Shuichi too.
So who's the person who's not?
I see. I wanted at least Gonta to believe me.
What comes around goes around. That's what happens to liars like you.
Why do you guys hate lies that much? There's only one truth, but endless possibilities for lies, you know?
You don't really point it
And
out.
some of them are only white lies, or lies to be kind to people.
Okay, you're now actually pointing it out.
If you deny all of that just because it's a lie, then that means you guys are just terrible at being lied to. Seriously, the worst!
Just spit it out already. You went to the roof, didn't you?
Isn't that where he met up with Mew?
No, he didn't just meet her.
Alright,
there.
Garrix, what do you gotta say to
Probably.
this?
Okay, fine. I'll tell you if you want to know that badly. Consider this my revenge.
Revenge?
Ah, a revenge tour.
You got some balls lying to me. I'm gonna take away your fun for pissing me off, Shuichi.
Like that was any fun to begin with. Hey, if everyone piles up on me, you know what? Gone. Gone, bang, everyone's dead, I win. I mean, that's the time we're in the killing game, but then I also be breaking rules, but then nobody would be alive to challenge me, so I become the unanimous victor. So, you know, it was never really fun talking to you anyways, you know.
I won't let you do any detective work, or deduction, or mystery solving, or anything.
Oh?
So, I'll confess everything. You guys better listen carefully.
Confess.
A confession? So you are the culprit after all.
I came up with a plan after Mew asked me to meet up with her.
Why the hell's that this confessing thing?
She asked me pretty eagerly, too. So I decided to pry some info out of her. She gave me the rundown of the virtual world before she explained it to you guys. As I listened, I realized she was planning a murder. On me, no less. When I investigated the virtual world, I found out that a person can die from shock. Without a doubt, she planned to use that for my murder. So that's when I decided to prepare my own crime with her plan. I pretended to cooperate with her and lured everyone into the virtual world. That's also why I worked together with Monokuma.
We're still confessing here, note to self.
You work together with Monokuma?
I guess the jig is up. Yeah, everything he said is true. Kokichi came to me with an idea to make the killing game more interesting. It was such a good idea, I decided to place a motive in the killing game simulator.
Unfortunately, the motive was kind of what I already knew. Since they didn't realize that fucking thing they said in the beginning of Chapter 2's trial. They kind of forgot about that.
You added a motive? Then the secret of the outside world is the motive, right?
So I unintentionally found the motive all on my own, so.
No fair! Monokuma can't take sides!
I didn't help him with anything, and I had nothing to do with the murder itself. He merely suggested a way to spice up the killing game, and I accepted. Kokichi and I had a quid pro quo relationship. Technically, that doesn't violate the rules.
I'm not gonna look that up just for the sake of time.
Bullshit. No matter how you look at it, you guys are working together.
Shh, calm down. I'll explain my relationship with Monokuma, so let me finish my confession.
I'm fine with that, but you're confessing without much of a fight.
I told you. I'm gonna get in the way by taking away the mystery-solving fun. If I can't win this game, then I'll make it boring for everyone. That's my revenge.
But then that leaves you able to lie at any point in time, right?
Well then, the culprit is Gonta.
If only it was that simple, you know? Because, you know, you love to lie. But if it is that true, and if the deductions I made earlier were correct, then that would be interesting. But for now, I'm just going to be completely neutral to this. Because instead of having much of a fight now.
What? Huh? What did you...
Wait! When did Gonta kill Mew?
That's a lie! He didn't kill her! Kokichi's just lying!
Now you're trying to pin things on Gonta? Do you really expect us to believe such an obvious lie?
I mean, if I took everyone away from there, it kind of...
Yeah, there's no way Gonta could commit a murder this
Richie,
complicated.
just say it.
It's my turn now!
Thank you. I was wholeheartedly expecting some sort of counter here. So...
The truth is, Gonta and I worked
Whoa,
together.
he's gone!
We formed a duo to end this killing game.
He's gone! I've deleted him! We've won! And it's only him! Only he disappears! That's incredible! How did I not notice that?
As the Killing Game Busters!
What busters?
We must win this killing game in order to end this killing game!
What you mean, we?
By the way, I came up with a murder plan, and Gonta carried it out.
Gonta what?
Why are you more surprised by that than the first thing he said?
'Cause Gonta have no idea what he's talking about.
Come on, quit lying and tell us the truth.
Gonta is telling the truth. He's not someone who lies all the time like you.
I would just like to note that we haven't had the whole Scrum debate thing, so I'm really expecting that soon, you know?
And no matter how naive Gonta may be, I doubt he would ever team up with Kokichi.
Yeah, not after insect meet and greet incident.
It's obvious what he's trying to do.
Split
Gonta
everything
doesn't
up.
understand the virtual world, so Kokichi's trying to trick him. He's trying to sacrifice Gonta to escape from his crime.
You're a terrible person! How dare you use Gonta like that?
You're right. I'm sorry. I did something horrible to Gonta. I didn't want Shuichi to hog all the glory, so I told everyone the truth.
I thought you were gonna say you lied, but fair enough.
Cut that out. I told you it's not gonna work.
Don't you think I could have pulled the strings and made Gonta carry out my commands?
Then again, everyone could, you know?
It doesn't matter if it's possible or not, because I say it's just impossible.
It does matter. There's no need to bring emotions into class trials.
Is this the part where you start trying to get everyone to be neutral and shit? Epic.
All we need is logical thinking. Right, Shuichi?
You didn't even do it longer. You gotta extend it. You gotta extend it, man. Like, it's too short.
What?
Like, I make the sentence as long as possible. You know?
Gonta not understand what's going on. But still, Gonta not kill Mew. Gonta really not know anything. And also, Gonta not tell lies. And Gonta not make trouble for others. Cause that not how gentlemen act. That why Gonta not culprit.
Yeah, Gonta's not lying. I can tell just by looking at him.
I already used my magic to check. Gonta's definitely not lying.
Split fucking decisions. This is great.
Then let me ask you guys. If it's not Gonta, then who's the culprit?
You, of course!
Come on! There's already proof that I couldn't have killed Mew.
There's already proof?
Oh, did you forget already? Then let me make it clear again. Why I can't be the culprit!
Oh, I removed the purple thing. I win the game. Congratulations. After error. Gotta
I
like
am
that.
not the culprit.
Oh, hell yeah. Time saving.
Didn't I prove that to you guys already? The clue is how Mew is killed.
Mew got strangled to death, right?
Toilet paper was the murder weapon.
Mew would have totally resisted if she was being strangled, right? Then it would have been impossible for someone as weak as me!
You talking about the strength of your virtual avatar? That wouldn't matter if you strangled her from behind.
In which case, even if she did resist, the most she could have done is merely touch the culprit.
Exactly. She couldn't struggle much. So you could have kept strangling her, no problem.
See, I told you I'm not the culprit.
How'd you arrive at that conclusion?
Oh yeah, the setting on Kokichi's character. Cause Kokichi freezes. Kokichi freezes if he touches Miyu. This game, man.
I am not the culprit.
Yeah, there we go. So touching on Kokichi's character. If Miyu touching, he'll be unable to move.
So you could have kept strangling her.
That's the thing. That's the thing.
That's wrong.
That's exactly the thing. Yeah, there. I thought I missed it.
Actually, maybe it wasn't possible for Kokichi to strangle Mew.
Why wasn't it possible?
Mew modified my avatar, so if she attacked me, I wouldn't be able to resist. If Mew touched me, then I'd be unable to move.
Huh?
so I would have had to kill her instantly, such as stabbing or hitting. I couldn't have murdered her by strangulation, because it'd be game over if she touched me.
What?
I was ironically thinking of, but does he even need to touch her? No. All she needs to do is touch him. Because she knows the fucking game.
Well, if you were using the toilet paper, you wouldn't need to touch her directly.
And now she's just about to get disproven. I'm gonna kill myself. How many times that's happened?
But if you can't be touched while you're wrapping the toilet paper around her neck, then it would be impossible.
Which means, as long as she died from strangulation, it couldn't have been me.
Wait! What if it was something besides strangulation then?
There's no doubt Mew was strangled. We already discussed this.
Kaito is really desperate to make me the culprit. No matter how much you whine about it, you can't change the truth. The culprit who killed Mew is Gonta Gokuhara! This is the truth you all adore so much.
Man, he is such a bitch for doing this, but I...
No! Gonta not kill Mew! It's true! You gotta believe Gonta! Gonta would never hurt anyone!
I believe you. You've been risking yourself to protect everyone.
And that's exactly what fucking Kichi took advantage of. You know?
There's no way Gonta would kill. He won't even kill bugs.
I believe Gonta too. I'm not gonna listen to Kokichi's lies.
Of course! Who'd believe a liar like him?
Well...
He's lying about Gonta being the culprit, so there's no point talking about it.
Yeah, I literally came to the deduction point, like, way earlier. So, I've done the thing of knowing things too early.
Right, Shuichi? You think so too, don't you?
Huh? I know how important it is to believe, but as the ultimate detective, I know we can't solve this case with belief alone.
Huh?
It's just that something doesn't add up. I have this feeling something's off. We can't keep going back and forth like this. We need to discuss this.
What, you wanna suspect Gonta?
Too bad, Kaito. Looks like Shuichi agrees with me.
No, I'm not trying to...
Oh, the irony!
The humanity, even.
It's all thanks to Kaito that Shuichi got his act together as a detective. And now, Shuichi's intuition as a detective has made him more suspicious of others. Well, can't be helped. That's just what a detective does.
You bitch, but not a bitch.
That's not it, Kokichi. I'm just trying to make sure that
Shuichi, Gonta really not do it. Gonta not culprit.
You know, this really reminds me of fucking Kurumi's fucking thing as well, because this is exactly what was going on there as well.
Please, believe Gonta.
We need to get down to the bottom of this, man.
We might as well discuss it.
What?
As a precautionary measure, that's all. I think we need to seriously discuss whether Gonta was capable of committing this crime. Only then can we arrive at a logical decision.
You guys, why don't you get it? That's just what Kokichi wants. He's just trying to split us up. Shuichi, open your eyes!
But...
2 for 1 truth special!
Thank you.
Sorry to ruin this tense moment, but you guys seem pretty evenly split right now.
That was actually just what I was thinking. I was just thinking, oh boy, here comes the scrum debate, baby.
So?
So we're gonna do that again?
Yeah.
Shuichi, why? Why don't you understand?
I've already made my I've already get to the conclusion, man.
You're my sidekick, aren't you?
Like I said, I already get to the conclusion way before it was supposed to be happening.
Kaito...
Ironically, this isn't like the first time we split. They have it like last Clash Trial too, didn't it? Ah. So we need to match the words again. Let's try it.
Shuichi, are you saying that Gonta is the culprit?
I got this! I can't say for sure he's the culprit. I'm saying we can't rule it out.
Gonta is such a sweetheart. He wouldn't hurt a fly.
Kokichi! Don't you realize these so-called sweethearts can commit crimes too?
Could Gonta have even made it to the rooftop without being noticed?
Kibo! The entrance hall is all that separates the rooftop from the mansion exterior.
There should have been witnesses at the entrance hall.
I got this! No, none of us were in charge of the entrance hall.
But Kokichi confessed he was working with Monokuma.
Kibo! That isn't possible, because Kokichi's avatar had special settings.
It's all a lie.
Oh, what?
Kokichi is the one who killed
Oh, it's
That isn't
Monokuma!
possible, because Kokichi's avatar had special settings.
Gonta not kill Mew! Honest!
I got this! The truth is, Gonta could have murdered Mew.
But
That's-
Kokichi confessed.
That's the one I got wrong.
Shuichi, are you
Mew.
There we go. Second time of asking. Just like the first time.
This is our answer!
Win. Whoop-de-doo.
In my opinion, as long as it is possible that Gonta is the culprit, we have to discuss it.
That's ridiculous. You're going to believe Kokichi over Gonta?
That's not it at all. I just want the truth. If we're going to survive, I have to find the truth.
But Gonta telling truth. Gonta really not culprit.
I still don't think Gonta's lying.
See, this is why I found this fucking culprit out myself because of my deductions. I figured this out before they did. This sucks.
But didn't I tell you guys already? If you're planning to expose a liar, then you have to corner them psychologically. Only then will they reveal their true self as a liar, hiding beneath a layer of deceit. That's why it hurts my heart to persecute Gonta like this! Gonta, if you understand, then do it right. Make logical arguments for the truth.
Logical arguments?
It means use your head to make arguments.
Use head?
What I'm trying to say is, if you aren't the culprit, then you gotta prove that you aren't!
But Gonta really not know.
I'm sick of hearing you say you don't know! God, why are you so dumb?
Gonta just want to help everyone, like true gentlemen.
Now, this is a side of two sides where I just... the other lounge chair, sit in it, and just Fernando Alonso Brazil 2015 it. That's essentially what I just do here.
You're a true gentleman? More like a true nincompoop.
No, it's Nikunpoop, dude.
Hey! Now that's just bullying.
Correcting what you said, man.
Bullying? Yeah, so what? That's what you do in this game, right? You guys blame and gang up on me, but now you're gonna pretend to be good people?
No, I never ganged up.
Gonta, argue back already! Just make an excuse or whatever!
Stop it! That's enough!
Stop what? You mean stop the game? Hey, do you even know what you're saying?
Yeah, I know. What about it? I don't want to survive if it means I have to stoop to your level.
Oh, that's a low blow right there. Then just die in a hole for all I care! We want to live, so stop getting in our way!
Quit it. If you don't shut your mouth, then I'll shut it for you. Permanently.
Maki, please, calm down.
And again, I'm just out here, in my lounge chair, just chilling until I get called up again.
Sorry. It Gonta's fault. Everyone's so upset.
Couldn't even flick the piece of blue back.
But Gonta telling truth.
There we are.
Gonta really not culprit. 'Cause Gonta not know anything! Really!
Cut it out already! That's all you've been saying this whole time!
Everyone's running on emotions. I'm voting here on just fucking vibes.
You're the one that needs to cut it out.
I see. I can also check the locks here as well. It would have to be after logging out.
That's it!
Yeah, good. Got that at least. What do you mean?
Did Gonta get into an accident in the virtual world?
Accident?
Accident. Accident concerning Gonta was... Is it the Avatar era? I need to check because I'm not sure. It is! Oh my god, this decision was correct!
This is it!
No way!
When we logged into the virtual world, an avatar user error occurred.
I'm astonished.
An avatar user error? Ever since Gonta logged out, he's been saying, I don't know, I don't understand.
That's because Gonta doesn't understand the virtual world, right?
That's what I thought at first, but I think it's because of the error.
What you mean?
Remote? No, it's not remote. Okay. You know what? Screw this. Let's just get the answer out. Ah. It was such a basic answer, I'm surprised I didn't even understand it. I'm only doing this just so I don't lose all my fucking health.
I believe it's possible that Gonta doesn't remember what happened in the virtual world.
Huh?
He doesn't remember.
You started saying, I don't know anything, after leaving the virtual world. I think that's the result of some kind of memory error.
Oh, that's why he doesn't remember anything that happened in the virtual world. Not even killing Mew.
What?
That's ridiculous! Quit screwing around!
Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous.
What do you mean he doesn't remember? He's just confused!
Oh my god, we're going into a tri-argument. Can we not?
Gonta told us he was bad with computers, remember?
Christ, we don't need a tri-argument.
Memory or no memory? Gonta never hurt anyone!
My goodness gracious
way,
Christ,
Gonta,
man.
Culprit.
Let me just fucking analyze everything here. Face instructions.
Never heard it!
What's face instructions? Ah, that.
Anyone! Gonta want keep everyone safe!
You did it, but you don't look
But never kill.
right.
Gonta, it's gentlemen! Gentlemen, protect friends!
Your lies aren't protecting anyone.
Gonta not lying! Gonta swear! Please believe Gonta!
Wow, that... Right, let's go
So you're-
with...
Gonta doesn't remember because
Let's go with this then.
he's bad with computers. Gonta would never kill a friend.
Is that something we can just assume?
I mean, he has flipped out before. But Gonta can't even kill an insect.
That's a weak.
Swear!
Ah, I see here. There was no glitch. There's no... I see there, there's no glitch. I think I know what I might have to do. Potentially. It's not 100%, but, you know.
So you're telling me Gonta doesn't remember a thing about the virtual world?
Isn't he just confused?
Would never kill.
If there was a glitch, it should have affected all of us. But because we're all okay, that means there was.
Yes!
I heard it.
Yes! Oh, thank God! Oh my
The cause of the error
God!
that affected Gonta's avatar is the 2 cords on the helmet used to log into the virtual world. I think that Gonta messed up something with the cords, causing the error.
If he mixed the consciousness and memory cords, then there'd be an error with memory. Like an error that won't let you bring your avatar's memories to the real world?
What happens with the consciousness though? Does he have one then? In the virtual world?
What?
Gonta, do you think it's possible that you improperly connected the cords?
Huh? How Gonta supposed to remember that?
So...
He couldn't have messed it up. I said it over and over. Right is the hand you hold your chopsticks in.
Oh, but Gonta hold chopsticks with this hand.
Wah, wah, wah. He's left-handed.
That's your left hand!
What?
Looks like it's decided.
What? Decided.
Culprit.
He's wrong, isn't he, Gonta? You remember the virtual world, don't you?
Gonta not remember. Gonta not even go to this virtual world place.
So, what? So is his consciousness just not there then?
What?
Gonta fall asleep when he put helmet on.
So it must have been his consciousness just didn't exist in the virtual world then. Wow.
When Gonta wake up, Mew dead. Gonta not know what happened. So, Gonta worry. Gonta not understand what everyone talking about.
No, it can't be.
But Gonta try his best to understand. Gonta imagine real.
That's enough, Gonta. We already know.
The game just lost taking. Just punches. It just gives them a loud man. Wow.
No what?
We know that you totally forgot about teaming up with me and killing Mew.
Wait a minute! That lie! Gonta not kill Mew! Cause why would Gonta do that?
Yeah, it's a lie. I'll never accept this. And besides, Gonta's got no motive to kill Mew.
I already gave you my testimony on how I came up with the murder plan.
And I'm saying I don't believe you.
Kokichi, if what you're saying is true, why did you plan it this way? You wanted to plan the murder yourself, but have someone else carry it out?
Is the person who planned it also included as a blackened with the perpetrator?
Well, they're not the blackened if we're going by the first game's rules now.
Nope. Only the person who actually commits the murder becomes the blackened.
So we finally have that sorted out in the 4th trial. I'm surprised it took this long.
Then there's no incentive to just plan the murder.
But Gonta's such a gentle soul. Why would he agree to this?
Because he's manipulative. Did you not see that in the second chapter, man?
Hold on, that hasn't been decided yet.
Who cares about the motive? Let's vote for the culprit already.
I care about the motive.
Well, I don't care. Finding the culprit is more important in this class trial. Talking about the motive is meaningless. It's not necessary for this specific case.
No matter what you say, I'll never believe your lies.
We all agree that Gonta is the culprit, right? It would be impossible for anyone but him.
Impossible? Why?
It's pretty obvious if you use the process of elimination.
Yeah. Guess what I used roughly about 50 to 40 minutes ago? Yeah, that.
Which means Shuichi. You'll be my partner, right?
I've already fucking Christ.
Because if you don't face the truth, then we'll all die, right?
You still? That's 5 eyes, and you still say it like you only have 3 in it. You gotta extend the right out, man.
And you don't want that, do you?
Don't what? You just say right. Like, extra long. I wonder how long you can hold it for. The right word.
Okay, let's begin!
Quit screwing around. I'm done putting up with your selfish bullshit.
Kaito, we should listen to his explanation. Our lives depend on it.
Oh, am I gonna have to argue with him for the argument? No? Yes?
So, we can now take Keyboy, Himiko, and Maki off the suspect list. Shuichi, would you care to explain? I doubt they'll believe it if it came from me.
They couldn't access the crime scene because I'm all in a fucking different area. Dang.
They couldn't get to the crime scene, could they?
The bridge from the chapel to the mansion was gone, and only Mew could pass through the wall. The 3 at the chapel had no way to get to the mansion, so they couldn't have done it. Kaito is the next one off our suspect list. And you know why, right?
Because he got fucking killed. He just fucking killed. He just got fucking yeeted.
Kaito had logged out ahead of us.
Mew logged Kaito out from the start. But she did that to make us think the murder happened in the real world, right? Since we figured out the actual killing happened in the virtual world, it would have been impossible for Kaito, who had already logged out. Mew's time of death was around 6:30 in the morning. That's after Kaito logged out.
Kokichi's completely running the show now.
My synergy with Shuichi is super on point now, so let's move on to the remaining suspects.
There's not even no synergy. You're just kind of making one half of it up. Because you just give me like the fucking point to the culprit thing, and I just immediately just point at him, not him. Well, whatever the other person is.
Shuichi and me. Samugi and Shuichi can be crossed off.
Set up in displayed.
But what's the reason for that?
Because we both could see each other. So there's also kind of correlation with that, you know?
Tsumugi and I are witnesses to each other's alibis.
Both of you heard Mew hitting the chapel wall, right? The culprit was definitely on the roof during that time, since they slid Mew down. Because of that, Shuichi and Samugi can't be the culprit. That leaves only Gonta and me as the remaining suspects.
Then you're the culprit!
Sorry for getting your hopes up, but didn't I already explain that's impossible?
Yeah, Kokichi was Miyu's target. And even then, he couldn't have killed Miyu. And even for the second option, like an absolute loony.
If you touched him, he'd freeze in place. Kokichi wasn't capable of strangling her.
Ironically, that was the exact fucking way of process I used, and I used it ahead before he even fucking got a chance to do it. So, effectively, I ended up solving this case all on my own, without any fucking help from Kokichi. So, you can absolutely suck one. All 100% me to solve that one out.
So then, it's down to one person. And who was that again?
If you don't mind, rotating the camera about 90 degrees. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So we now have a straight line across. Not including if you look left and right.
Well, who is it?
Don't answer, Shuichi. You don't need to answer that.
I already fucking figured it out, bud.
This is all Kokichi's trap.
I already fucking went down to the fucking thing. The only person who could have committed it was him. It's so stupid. And it just makes so much sense at the same time.
It's Gonta.
Shuichi?
Yep, Gonta is the only person who could have committed the murder. You get it now, right? That's the truth we were all reaching for. The thing you guys wanted so badly! A truth without any lies! Yu Iruma's killer is Gonta Gokuhara!
And we didn't even, and no arguments were even needed from it. The second after that, the non-stop debate after the intermission happened, we just didn't need anything else. because I just fucking knew then and then. It's so amazingly stupid. It's so stupid. Ever since the first non-stop debate after the intermission, I already fucking figured out the fucking culprit, so I just had to sit here for about 50 minutes waiting for this. It's so stupid. It's so stupid, this game.
Did Gonta really do it?
I'm not even saying this in disbelief. I mean, I had a, yeah, that is essentially what I'm saying. It's like, but like, the fact the game made me find out so early. It's just stupid.
Is that really your reaction? It would have been fun if you went all crazy.
I mean, there's someone for that.
But you forgot everything. So, oh well. A culprit who can't remember their murder is pretty interesting. So, better than nothing. If Gonta remembered, his cover would have been blown so fast. Especially since he's an idiot.
Hold on. I still haven't accepted this. This has gotta be Kokichi's trap.
Yeah, that's the person I was looking at, or pretending to. Only issue is I was looking right on my when I was looking. The only issue is I was looking right, so instead of looking at him, I was looking at an image of me with Iruma. So yeah.
I still believe in Gonta. He's not the kind of person who'd kill.
Kaito.
I already said this a million times, Kaito.
Oh boy.
You want proof? I've got your proof. After Tsumugi and Shuichi heard Kibo's voice in the mansion, they ran outside.
How would you... Look at it! Look at it! Look at it! Look at it! How could you tell? Christ, everyone's making up lies! This is the episode of the lies, ladies and gentlemen. It's been decided here and now.
And who did they see out there?
A lie. By the way, how would you even get down this though? You know, it's like, you know.
Gonta.
Kokichi said it himself. When Yu's avatar crashed into the chapel wall, the culprit must have been on the roof.
I see. If Gonta's the culprit, it'd be weird if he wasn't on the roof.
It's possible that he fled the mansion after he heard the impact.
You'd have to go through the entrance hall to get outside the mansion from the roof.
And we heard it from the kitchen.
The Is that where Shuichi and Tsunugi ran to when they heard the crashing sound?
Then maybe he jumped off the roof.
That's not possible. That rooftop was pretty high up.
Normally, Gonta could have done it, but his avatar wasn't strong enough. How about that? Now you get it, right? If Gonta was the culprit, there's no way he could have been outside the mansion.
Oh my Christ. It keeps going back to split decisions.
Now you can't say Gonta's the culprit.
Unbelievable.
Congrats,
It's going from one way to another. So that's brilliant.
Really?
Because we, you and I, can't even be sure. We just can't. See? If only it was, but it's not.
No, that's wrong.
What?
I mean, you fucking locked out early enough as it is, so you wouldn't be able to tell.
Just because Gonta was at the mansion doesn't mean that he isn't the culprit. All the culprit needed was a way to get from the roof to outside the mansion.
So that's what we gotta find.
Huh?
Looks like Shuichi got it. I'll leave the rest to him.
Yeah, you better.
Kaito, I know how you feel. I know because we all feel it. But we have to face the truth. No matter how cruel that truth may be, we need to face it. To survive.
Whose side are you on, Shuichi?
The simple answer is no one's. I'm just my own person being everything.
Kaito, please.
Aren't you my sidekick? Was that just a lie?
Kaito!
Fine then! I'll tear that sorry reasoning of yours apart and wake you up!
Alright, argument on the mounts. Yay! We could do it! Yay!
Never accept this! Don't you know Gonta at all? He's not the kind of guy who kills someone. Don't you know that about him by now? I'll never accept this! Don't you know Gonta at all? Damn it!
Ah, we did it. Cool.
Why won't you believe Gonta? Why are you listening to Kokichi? Aren't you my sidekick? Wake up, Shuichi! Why won't you believe Gonta? Why are you listening to Kokichi? Damn it!
We're already halfway.
Who do you want to believe? Remember what Kokichi has done to us! Remember how Gonta's always tried to protect us! How could Gonta be the culprit? Still want to accuse him, huh? Keep saying the truth this, the truth that. There's a reason Gonta's not the culprit!
Got it.
Who do you want to believe? Remember what Kokichi has done to us! Remember how Gonta's always tried to protect us! Damn it!
Alright, what's the thing?
No way to leave the mansion from the roof!
Toilet paper discovered outside of mansion.
It ends here!
Whoa, I did it first try!
Damn it!
Oh, how did I manage that first try, baby? Oh, yes.
Toilet paper we found outside the mansion.
Oh my
That's
god.
what the culprit used to get from the roof to the ground.
The toilet paper?
The same toilet paper that was used as the murder weapon. That's why we didn't find it anywhere else. Not at the scene of the crime, nor on Yu's body. It was outside the mansion.
Hold on. If they use the toilet paper as a rope to get down from the roof, then they need to tie it to something. But there was nothing to tie it to. I know because I investigated the roof.
You're stubborn, Kaito. You're still going on about this.
Of course I am! I'm gonna believe in Gonta till the very end!
No, there was something that the toilet paper could have been tied to.
What?
Toilet paper was dated. Oh, that thing right there. Right there.
There!
Oh my god.
The binoculars on the rooftop. The toilet paper could have been tied there. However, I don't think the culprit actually tied it down there. They just hung it. And then used the doubled up toilet paper to climb down. But in that case, they would have had to tug on it in order to take it down.
Yep, that's correct. Because I came up with that idea. But I thought I told Gonta to put the toilet paper back in the bathroom. Oh, I guess he ran into someone on the way and then threw it somewhere close by.
Are we loading up the virtual world? Yes, we are. And that's all it's used for. Wow.
Looks like Kaito's morale is shot, so this whole thing is done now.
We're gonna need to set up a boxing ring for these two because there's gonna be hell on earth there, and someone's gonna see it.
The matter does appear to be settled.
We're gonna need a fucking boxing ring, man.
It's...
Not for you, for Kokichi and fucking Kaito. They're gonna need one.
So, it's true. Gonta really kill Mew.
But I'm the one who came up with the plan. Anyway, just admit your crime, Gonta. Even though you don't remember, you still did it.
But why did Gonta do such a terrible thing?
Wait, before you start crying, you gotta admit your crime first.
Stop. I won't let you, Kokichi. If anyone is gonna get him to confess,
Hey.
it's me.
See? Detect.
Gonta, I'm going to look back at the whole case one more time, okay?
How did I mess up the word detectives, bro?
When you're convinced, you just let me know, all right? Let's end this together.
Sure, let's end it. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
This game, man. Who's making with Ada? Now it's you. Cell phone. The bottle of poison. Yeah, toilet paper doesn't have. That's what you use there. And the map of the so now would be the map of the virtual world would go here. Nice. Neil smuggles in a hammer. As we earlier, when you overstuffed imagine she threw the signboard into the entire river itself. So that's working out the people who are investigating the places. Who was I taking to dying? So I'm gonna go for that then. That's binoculars and toilet papers, that's how they got down. That goes there. So I know we were in the kitchen. And then Tsumugi was in the dining hall. So we can get that. Kaito was on the roof. That's not what I'm looking for. And the culprit was outside. And culprit did that. And with that, we're done.
This is the
Nearly
truth
on
of the case.
420.
The case began last night. After being convinced by Mew, we all logged into the virtual world. To log in, you have to plug the memory and consciousness cords into the device. So, we all plug those cords into our helmets and enter the virtual world. But the culprit had accidentally plugged their cords into the wrong ports. Because of this, a connection error occurred between the culprit's brain and their avatar. As a result, the culprit would forget everything that happened in the virtual world. It's possible that this had an effect on their avatar's personality as well. Because I can't believe that someone so kind could commit murder. But we had no idea this error even happened. And so, we all logged in one by one. Meanwhile, Mew was the last to log in. She had modified the killing game simulator so she could accomplish a specific goal. After Mew confirmed we were all logged in, she took out the bottle of poison and placed it on Kokichi's seat. This was done to make it look like Kokichi was killed by poison when we returned. Yes, the reason Mew modified the simulator and brought us to the virtual world was to kill Kokichi in the virtual world, but make it look like he had died in the real world. After we had all logged in, Mew explained the world to us. Use the salon phone to log out, objects are unbreakable, your avatars use all 5 senses. She also explained the map of the virtual world in the mansion's entrance hall. But her explanation was intentionally false. She wanted us to misunderstand the world. However, one of us was able to see through her scheme. The very person Mew was trying to kill, Kokichi. Kokichi was going to use Mew's plan against her and plotted her murder. But Kokichi wouldn't do it himself. He used a patsy to be the culprit in this case. Kokichi was tight-lipped about the motive, so I don't know why the culprit agreed. But it seems as though right after logging in, when Kokichi and the culprit went outside, they were already working together to execute the murder. Eventually, we met up with Kokichi and crossed the river to the chapel. Mew had us split up to try to find some secret of the outside world. Kaito, Kokichi, Gonta, Tsumugi, and I investigated the mansion, while Maki, Himiko, Kibo, and Mew investigated the chapel. Splitting us up was also part of Mew's plan. At the chapel, Mew told Maki that she was going to look around outside. She chased after our group while we were heading toward the mansion. Once she made sure we were across, she dropped the bridge into the river. This was to trick us into thinking that the river separated the mansion and chapel. At the time, we thought nothing of it. It was just another one of Mew's pranks. That's why we continued with the original plan to find the secret of the outside world. We went to the mansion and split up to look for clues. Kokichi searched the salon. Kaito searched the roof. Tsumugi searched the dining room. I searched the kitchen. And finally, the culprit searched outside the mansion. Around that time, Mew was headed for the wall that was on the side of the chapel. She passed through the wall and headed for the mansion to kill Kokichi. You see, the wall was a special wall that Mew had added herself. This wall was programmed so that only objects could pass through. And Mew had changed her avatar settings from human to object. That was the hidden route she prepared for herself. She set up a wall that only she could pass through. Mew headed toward the mansion, but she was seen by Tsumugi on the way. When she entered the mansion, she pulled out her cell phone. She didn't tell us that there was another way to log out. Then, she spoke a name into the phone, which forced that person to log out. It was Kaito who was on the roof at the time. The same roof where Kokichi and Mew were going to meet. By having Kaito search the roof and then forcing him to log out, she was making him look the most suspicious, but her plan didn't go smoothly. Kokichi was waiting on the roof with a culprit and the toilet paper used to kill Mew. While Mew was distracted by Kokichi, the culprit snuck up from behind. And used the toilet paper from the mansion's bathroom to strangle Mew. This was only possible because objects in the virtual world are unbreakable. Mew's avatar was strangled to death, and the shock killed Mew in the real world. After the murder, Kokichi left the cleanup to the culprit and left the roof. He probably returned to the salon as soon as he could to avoid drawing suspicion. The culprit then took the lattice from the storage room and placed Mew's body on top along with the hammer and the cell phone. The culprit heaved the lattice over the railing and forcefully slid it down the roof slope. With a body on top of it, the lattice became a makeshift sled and flew off the roof. It went through the wall that only objects can pass through before crashing into the chapel. That was the crashing sound that Kibo heard in the chapel and we heard in the mansion. Mew's wall hid the fact that the mansion and chapel were actually right next to each other. That's why Tsumugi and I were able to hear the crash from the mansion. As the final step, the culprit had to then get off the roof. Because we were at the mansion, they couldn't take the stairs or they'd be seen. So they used the toilet paper again to escape from the rooftop. They hung the toilet paper from the binoculars on the roof and used it like a rope to climb down. Once the culprit was safely on the ground, they pulled at the toilet paper to retrieve it. They would have returned it to the bathroom, but they ran into us as we were leaving the mansion. In a panic, the culprit tossed the toilet paper somewhere nearby. Without that one little mistake, we might never have solved this case because the culprit doesn't remember. This is the truth you've forgotten, Gonta Gokuhara, the ultimate entomologist.
And ironically, I think I would have figured out what the toilet paper could have been used for anyways, because that was the first thing that was the only thing I looked at, because I looked in the, because when that happened, when we were going to log in, I was like, what the hell's going on with that toilet paper there? And the game didn't let me investigate it. We never used a murder weapon until now. That is incredible. And I have nothing else to say. For anything.
Gonta, this is the truth we've reached.
Sorry. Gonta not really understand. 'Cause Gonta not smart boy. But if everyone agree, then everyone probably right. Gonta, trust everyone.
Gonta.
But why? Gonta kill Mew, forget everything. Gonta even think he not do anything bad. And then Gonta tried to blame someone else and make everyone suffer. Why? Why Gonta do such terrible thing?
Well, we may never know. Why?
Gonta, it's not your fault.
It's Kokichi's fault. He must have tricked Gonta.
Huh? I totally didn't trick him. Before we go into that, it's voting time. We should finish up the class trial first.
But is this the right answer?
Yeah.
We're not being fooled by Kokichi?
Yeah.
For once, I wish that we were.
Come. I ruined the moment again! For fuck's sake, this is the second time I said the word come in an attempt to use it in a sentence. And it just ruins the thing. Narrator guy, do you have anything to say about what I just said?
Huh? Wrapping things up already?
I guess the narrator didn't have anything to say then.
What a buzzkill of an ending. It lacks the rush of previous voting times. Well, after so many killing games, I guess it was bound to happen eventually.
Yeah, better late than never, like they always say.
It's just as well. This killing game is a bad influence on the baby.
Oh my, Monotaro. You're even starting to look like a father.
Yeah! I gotta get my act together for the baby.
My baby.
Now then, pull yourselves together and let's begin!
I already pulled myself together.
Racing excitement as the blackened and the spotless face off! It's voting time!
I skipped that because I was expecting the Monocubs to do it, but I guess not. Da. Yeah, him. That was less than 2 seconds. Eventually I'll get that under 1 second.
It seems the voting
One
has
day.
finished. Now then, let's see the result.
Guarantee it's gonna be like 2 to 3 people who vote like Kokichi. I guarantee it. Only one! I'm kind of surprised there wasn't more, because even on like the 4th chapter, because it's still in Yama's fault if you go with 2 or 3 for Kokichi, because then that's like 5 for fucking Gonta. So, you know.
Who'll be chosen as the Blackened?
I think we already chose that one out, buddy. This game. I don't know how many times we're gonna say before I become a fucking rotten mess saying it, but still. And still. This one's pure, unfiltered A. There are 2 back routes. I don't mind looking at them now, but I'll do it after I finish recording. Also, big news. This will be, officially, the longest episode I've recorded thus far. It may get bigger as we go along, but it's a new recording record. Details. Okay, I got A on the second mind mine, and that's because I only had 45 seconds remaining. That's the one I used. That's the one I definitely checked the guide for, definitely. Apart from that, everything else is good. Absolutely. And with that, we're back to facing people as 2D characters, mostly. And one thing to honestly fucking look at, we're still at level 51.
Let me hear your joyful voices!
Yay! There it is. You happy? Okay, moving on.
Let me hear your joyful voices!
I already did that. I'm not doing it again for you. Good grief.
Yay!
Sex. Up.
And another thing. Here.
Yeah.
Oh.
What a shock to the system that is.
What was that?
Hey,
Oh, I see.
Huh?
Please stop!
All right.
huh?
Alright. This would be the second time in this series game that we'd go from the class trial room to another room. Only this time it's happened afterwards.
Because
But
Then that pain in the ass method. I guess we're not moving rooms then. I completely fucking lied and I hate it here. Unbelievable.
Gonta's memories didn't transfer over, so they're still in the virtual world as data. I can combine Gonta's consciousness from his last login with that leftover memory data. Ta-da! Alter Ego Gonta is now complete.
Fuck off with this alter ego shit. We're throwing everything old into this shit, man. Get us something new.
Alter ego?
Christ!
Basically, it's a separate Gonta that only exists in virtual space. If we listen to what he says, we should be able to find out what happened in that world.
Huh? What this? What happening?
Wonder how they got the voice lines for this.
Huh? Huh?
What's that mean?
Hey, Now then.
Yeah, you can thank one Chihiro Fujisaki, the ultimate programmer, for this.
Please. Why?
Huh?
Oh, man.
Oh. Gonta.
Huh?
There was manipulation. Kind of.
Gonta don't know.
I love how the camera just panned to fucking Kukiti and then just quickly just switch over to Gonta there. That was kinda funny.
Wrong.
That's...
Gonta.
Yeah.
But... Gonta.
So...
What?
Oh.
Is that different? Lit the... That's...
Huh?
That has to be different. Fucking... That has to be different. I'm gonna look back and post-edit. Hi, I'm here to tell you that it wasn't different. Okay, bye. Yeah.
What?
Ooh.
What?
Please wait. Hey, hey!
You little bitch.
Huh?
In other words, yeah!
Huh?
What?
You know?
Huh?
Uh-huh.
Wait,
Incomprehensible.
Oh? You get it?
hey!
To tell you the truth, too bad.
Always messing around.
And the world just turned black then and there.
Could it be?
Maybe.
Uh-oh. Ah, that's in the simulation. Okay. Fine. Man, I wonder if I could have found that myself. I wonder.
How'd this happen?
Mercy kill, huh?
What did you say?
No way! Wrong.
Because there's so little people left.
Huh?
So, that's what they said. Did they reveal the past of the past or whatever the fuck? Aha! So there's a potentially a chance of only 13 people still being left, and those 13 people being us and the people who died. When I said 13 people.
Huh?
How'd this happen? But...
Yeah.
You get it?
Hold on!
Hey,
Watch a moment ago, just close it like a foldable ThinkPad.
Please.
Sorry!
Why? Huh? But...
It can't be.
Unfortunately, it is.
By the way,
Huh? Gonta...
but...
Stop it!
Appreciate the story. That definitely helps clear up some things.
always messing around.
How can this be? Sorry. Gonta, idiot!
So, the thing is, he didn't redo the voice lines. They just put a filter over it. Right, I reached for the truth and I got it, so I'm happy enough. Ah, without knowing anything, that's no fun.
Huh?
Yeah.
Don't screw around.
Like I said, boxing ring, up there. You gotta make one for them.
Please stop! Sorry, everyone.
Oh, that's the first time you said sorry, everyone. How interesting. Okay, Monica, what do you want? You want to lead him off to die real quick? Well, if I was thinking that, I would be very much deceived because I know you already are not going to die or kill. So, you know.
I know that!
Yeah, you know, I know, we all know. That's why I decided you're not gonna kill him, or not. You're not gonna kill him or be killed. It's just doesn't fit. The game's not gonna be complete without someone that makes you hate them in the guts. There's only gonna be that one person who I hate with my entire life, you know?
So am I!
Oh, I skipped text again! There you go, you've read it now.
That's enough!
Please stop!
I was really planning on blaming like anyone, man.
Hey, hey!
You know, I was kind of wondering about that. I was wondering when we were going to be done, because I can only record for so long before, you know, it gets overkill.
Huh?
Imagine recording for 4 hours, man. I would have to separate the recordings up into 2 different parts. And that would be a nightmare.
And another thing.
Yeah, the executions, yeah. Yeah, that.
So am I!
Huh?
I know that!
But...
Okay. Ah.
Oh dear, it has arrived. The puking, that is. And...
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
Gonta!
No.
Why is he going out for someone that's already on the verge on a deathbed? What in the hell?
How can this be?
It's punishment time!
Yay.
Sorry, everyone. Gonta, idiot!
Is that what we call a literal dagger to the heart? Gosh, Jesus. Right penetration. Right fucking penetration, man. My God.
Thrilling.
Yeah, I didn't see the fucking giant fuck coming out of the fucking funnel for me.
Dang it!
What a shame.
Why?
Unbelievable.
But how?
Got a minute?
Okay.
Are you already gonna go? Okay. See ya. Bye.
Damn it.
There's two litties crying their asses out. Make that three. It's a jelly 3.
Got a minute?
That's 3 out of 5.
What was that?
You?
Huh?
I don't want to, stupid head.
Kokichi.
Oh man, did you fall for all that fake crying?
No, because I know who you are. Like, why the hell would you fucking cry for going to now? Like, come on. Come the fuck.
You're so dumb! I would never cry for Gonta!
Wonder what you would think of me if if I knew straight through that. Would you still call me dumb? I wonder. Wonder.
What?
Because...
What? Hey!
Well, you know...
Huh?
So it's like a reoccurring theme for end of the fucking chapters. Kokichi just says something and it pisses everyone off. It's my thing, but it's just like the boxing ring, so I'm not gonna continue.
means- You really don't get
Hey!
it.
He's about to go insane, isn't he?
Who cares about that idiot?
I guess he's not gone insane yet.
I want to enjoy this game filled with suspicion and betrayal from the bottom of my heart.
I just fucking let you do whatever. I don't give a shit. There's only just creepy smiles. Well, game, show us it. Go on. Show us the smile. Let's see how creepy it is. Come on.
I am the supreme leader of evil, so it's obvious my personality would be twisted. The more you suffer, the more I enjoy it.
No way. Didn't I say to one of my friends online that Kokichi would be into that kind of stuff? What? No way. No. All I said to them was they could have been referring to Kokichi liking being called an insult. Not that. So yeah, he's still the same person as he ever was.
There are people in this world who spread grief and misery for no reason than the thrill of it.
Kind of like, you know, a child. But instead of grief and misery, it's just grief and annoyance.
And I'm one of those people. Nothing pleases me more than inflicting pain on others!
I've already hated him enough as it is, so I don't even need to prove my hatred for him. This is just kind of reaffirming it. So, you know, no reason to hate him more or less. Just hate him the same way as he always has been. You know?
You?
Then,
You're so dumb.
you bastard. Do you want to die?
Like I said, boxing ring, boxing. What am I, an American boxing ring for any of you? We just need that. Ugh.
I'm not so sure about that.
Don't screw around.
I love how I was. Now I'm stuttering. And this is why you want fucking boxing ring. That. See, I told them and they wouldn't listen to me. So you see what's happened now? Do you see what's happened now? Guess it's about time to crack out that fucking lounge chair and sit back down in it. Good lord.
Oops, sorry. I tried to dodge you, but I punched you instead.
Wow, what an insane fucking turnaround. Still, same thing. Boxing ring. So I'm still in my lounge chair.
Kaito!
You.
By the way, Kaito, is it just me, or are you way slower? Maybe, just maybe, Kaito is hiding something from us too.
Okay, so he does. So he also knows about the thing that he was suffering from at the end of chapter 3. Yay! Oh, so he must have spotted it then. That's great. That's fantastic, even.
Kaito! Got a minute? You bastard.
Ah! So was that what I saw in chapter 3 then? Something like that. That explains a great many things now. Cool.
Let's have more fun.
Again, like I said, boxing ring. We're gonna construct one, and then you two just fucking go at it.
Monkey.
Okay? So, who's gone in and gone for this time?
Right?
Everyone else. So that's who.
Are you alright?
Sorry.
Oh?
That's wrong.
Hmm?
No.
Jesus. Talk about cold, man.
Oh, man.
Jesus, if everything was cold, I would have gotten my coat on fucking 5 hours ago. Jesus. Well, you're just saying it's just yourself, but I wonder how and how. I guess we'll know when the game ends. Whatever.
Kaito! Huh?
Hey!
What?
Okay?
Ah, fantastic. So this is how we end, huh? This is how we end. This game is twisted and I still love it. I'm gonna keep saying that until the game finishes, because this game is so twisted. It's like a ticking time bomb of emotional spillage. Just like that.
What?
You heard me, you know? Like I said, he doesn't really have that much left to live. And like I said at the end of the 3rd chapter, if he dies from that, it's because of Mikey. And it's just... it's just great.
Come on, don't freak out over this. It's nothing. My cold just got worse is all.
I didn't know that coughing up blood was a cold symptom.
If it was, we'd all be fucked.
You're a robot and you don't know that? I'm saying it's fine. Just chill. I just coughed too much and cut my throat or something. I don't know.
If you cut your throat, you'd probably be dead, so no.
Kaito!
Shut up!
Huh?
Again with the coldness, man. What the hell? Everyone's being cold today. My goodness.
Well,
I assume the lounge chair that I said I would have been just kicked out right from under me, I guess, so. We'll figure it out eventually. Because observant people always win or something. I made that up on the spot. Because it just decided to end up like this. Look, I retired from 2 races like yesterday. One of which was something that I would have been really excited for, and then I crashed out on lap 4, and I was really pissed off. I didn't question it, it's just how it happens. Yeah, it'll come eventually. We're just gonna keep rolling, okay? What? You gonna fucking shout? Scream at the top of your lungs? Do it! Go on! If you wanna fucking shout, do it. No balls. Go on.
Damn it!
Go on. Ugh. Game is such a cock tease, man.
It's almost time.
Unfortunately, because I know the chapter, right? We're literally in what I would consider the final stretch. Which is roughly just about 6, 7 weeks, maybe 5. So that's how much more you've got left of this. Fun, huh?
Yeah, it's almost time. This should be enough.
Yeah, this world is mine, Kokichi Oma.
I'll end it.
There it is. That's
Now is the time.
what I was looking for. That smile right there. I wanted to see it for myself, because I wasn't sure how creepy it would be.
I'll end this killing game.
Now I can see it with my own 2 eyes. That, fam, that fucking face. And it was correct! Let's go! Contender! Yes! I got it right! Oh yes, baby! Oh yes! Oh, that was beautiful. Oh yes. I know I should not be excited for this, but my intuition just sometimes just speaks tons. That right there, that was what I wait for. That's what I played this game for. Just for everything to just line up perfectly. And give me the biggest enjoyment. Because I know it's a game and all, but like, still. Man, I really sound like fucking Kokichi, but like, still. It's the fucking fact that the character I hate might just be pulling all the strings here, and I guess what he was doing right in the fucking writing before it was ultimately revealed to me. You know what? We're ending the episode now. Fuck it. See you all next week.